sexy. Love is so sexy, baby. Oh,
And the people of God said, Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you so much for your patience tonight. I know I was supposed to be on at 7. Am I still muted, y'all? Can y'all hear me? Because it looks like on my end, and I can hear myself on the microphone. Y'all go ahead and hit like if you can hear me. Yeah, it looks like on my end. Huh, huh, huh. Can you all hear me? All right, let the people of God say amen. Hallelujah. All right. I'm so sorry about that technical difficulty. I hate this mic. I got to give me a new mic or something, honey. But thank you and welcome to the Jessie Live Show. I appreciate you so much for tuning in. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone that supported the last video, that subscribed to this craziness, honey. I thank you so much for your support. I went from 400 and I think 70 subscribers just posting that one video from last Monday. Jumped me up to just under, I think 500, 550 subscribers. So I've jumped up like 50 subscribers off of one video. More than that, actually, about 70. So, all right. So tonight we have a good one for you. Make sure again you hit like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Jessie, LilJessye. I appreciate all follows. If I know you, I will follow back. And your page ain't locked, I'll follow you back. Um, let's see here. First of all, I have two guests coming on tonight. I believe St. James is still coming on. And Courtney, she agreed. I was trying to get my girl to come on because we be having such good conversation. Went on our on St. James's Patreon. I know it's a couple people on here that doesn't know anything about St. James or anything. So if you don't really know St. James and you recognize me only, make sure you go over to his channel, honey. We need all the subbies we can get up over here. So before we get into the thing of the thing, I just first want to say happy birthday to the friend of the show, my Detroit sister, Shine Talks. Y'all give it up for Shine Talks. It's her birthday today. Um, if I get off of this live, I know we can get kind of long winded. Me and Courtney and St. James, we can get kind of long winded. I don't want to be on here all night. So I might step out with Shine tonight. I haven't met Shine, but I'm good in every hood, boo. Trust and believe I'm good in every single hood. So happy birthday. I hope that actually was on Shine's live um over the weekend. And all right. I was at Sean's page over the weekend. Me, her, Darius from the Jive Show, Courtney, we all were on, and we had a wonderful discussion about a couple different topics, mainly about the holidays. I know for me, I'm gonna come back on and do a couple videos about the holidays. I don't really care for the holidays. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. And then we also want to say happy birthday to William McQueen, the godfather of the Carnal's church sector. He's the reason why all of us do what we do, honey. So we want to thank William McQueen. We want to thank God for William McQueen tonight, y'all. Praise God. Oh, that's not William. Hold on. I'm sorry. Oh, that's not William. Y'all, hold on. I gotta find. Oh, y'all give me just 1 second. Y'all go on and sing another selection. I gotta get William McQueen on here, y'all. My bad. Hold on. Okay. So we praise God for the life of William McQueen. Um, and he's turned. He said that he turned 44, y'all. You know, he said he turned 44 or 42. Um, it's just funny to me, honey, that we gonna cut William some slack tonight, because a lady never tells her age. I hope that's where he coming from. A lady never tells his they them age. So we hope that that's the guys that William was coming under, was hey, a lady never tells her age, that type of thing. He always around them older women. But I was just saying to myself, I'm like, William, how you gonna go up there telling them people that you was doggone 40 something, and we know everything about you. You done told your whole life story. Let's go to something real quick. This is my favorite album of all time. Hold on, y'all. Let's go somewhere. Let's go down memory lane really quick. Because I was just like, boy. Now, who is that sitting right there on the first row? William. Who is this sitting on the first row? We love you, William McCray, with you and your antics. And Brock said I'm being messy. Okay, let me move on. It's all love. It's all love. It's all love. I love William. I like pulling on his shoestrings. So shout out to William McCray and Shine Talks. Courtney, is you ready, girl? Is William in the chat? No, William not in the chat, y'all. He said, "Well, okay, and Brock. So William went to New York this weekend, right? He went to New York this weekend, and with Bishop Jordan and whatnot, and let's see here. Let me go ahead and send this link back out. Give me just one moment, y'all. But so yeah, and Brock, I guess William had went to up there to New York, and so they kept telling him, "Oh, happy 40th or 42nd birthday or 40 whatever birthday." And give me just 1 second. You know what? I'm not gonna be able to do all of that. I'm just gonna put it in the chat. So anybody that want to come up can just go ahead and come up. Long as I know you. So Nicole and Brock. If anybody else is in there. Yeah, I had sent it to you earlier, Courtney, but I just go ahead and come on up. But yeah, so I guess he lied to Bishop Jordan and said he was 40 something, child. Now I'm 31, mind you. And matter of fact, the year Live in Atlanta came out, that was the year I was born. So how were you a big grown man on the first row? You said you went to Morehouse College, honey. That was recorded at Morehouse College in 1994. Let me take Ann off. So how was you 40 years old? You was 10 years old going down to the Morehouse? Cause that don't sound right at all, honey. Ooh, child. Um. Oh, there she goes. There go my girl. Hey,
Hey.
beautiful. I didn't know you had a gap.
Yeah.
I didn't know, girl. I didn't know you had kids. We running around here calling each other brother and
Hold
sister,
on.
sister
Give me
and
one
brother.
second. The YouTube still playing. Okay.
Okay, let the glory of the Lord rest on my heart.
What's up,
Courtney,
everybody?
Courtney, and she came on the screen. You know who you look like? I was looking at your pictures earlier, honey.
Who?
Taj from SWV.
Okay. Okay.
You never heard that before?
I heard Erica.
Erica Campbell?
Yeah. I don't do me like that.
That's confusing. I mean, I'm not saying either one of
That's
y'all look no
confusing.
type of ways, but that don't. Erica is she a cute. I mean,
She's
Tina,
gorgeous.
Tina was my favorite when I was little.
Okay.
I don't know
Let me take
why.
these out. I need to pull up this YouTube because I need to see this chat just in case. Give
Oh,
me 3 seconds.
oh yeah. Oh, if the godmother, because William is the godfather, but if the godmother of the Carnal Black Church sector, whatever you want to call it, saying she loved my receipts, I must be on to something. um, hey,
Look, I got
Shanae
my
thing.
cubicle fish stuff on today in the words of Funky Dineva. Funky Dineva said that. I just said it
It
again.
ain't nothing cubicle about you.
I'm being facetious because of this headset. I'm being funny because I
Oh,
don't have the
okay. It
setup.
better be
That's
giving us
all.
something. It better be a joke because we
No,
better.
it's a whole joke. No.
Okay, I bet it better be.
Nothing cubicle about me for real, but no.
I'm like, wait a minute, what are we talking about? Courtney, I know, you come on St. James a lot or whatnot.
hmm
Give us a rundown about what you do. Don't turn this into an interview. Give us a rundown about what you do, the services that you provide, what you do in your day to day.
That is so funny. I was like, I know he not gonna ask me that. Nah, he not gonna ask me that. I
Girl,
I
I'm a
am very
conversationalist. This is how I talk in real life.
okay.
Yeah.
No problem. My concern, I don't mind telling it, but
Mhm.
my concern is what has been happening on social media with
Okay.
me.
Okay,
Mhm.
so what we'll do is don't say no company names, don't say any clients that you provided services for. Just give a brief overview of like the industry that you are in and like maybe your I kind of know what you do, maybe like your
You
favorite.
do?
I have a general idea of what you do,
What you
but
think I do? Let's see.
you do
You
like
you
I'm thinking
prophetic with
like
it. Let me see.
you do like PR a little bit, right?
No, oh, that's sweet.
Like
No.
communication, like PR, communication, entrepreneurship type deal.
Okay, that's funny that you should say that about uh PR and stuff like that because I did go to school for those things, but
I mean,
no,
yeah, it's on.
I'm not in PR
Yeah,
at all. I would say this, I have a contract with a law firm, and that's all I can talk about with that.
that's all you. Well, I mean, I know, but don't you do like celebrity things on the side? That was more what I was talking about.
Where you get that?
I
Wow.
swear to God, you done
You talking
said.
about me?
You
I mean, I
done.
used to sing background back in the day, and I don't no, where come on, talk to me. Where'd you
No,
get
I
that
could have
from?
swore you said that you did a little bit of some some work for like pastors and public figures and stuff like
Yes.
that. That's what I'm talking
Pastors,
about.
yes.
Yeah.
Churches, yes.
Churches. Okay. So you
Yes.
do like graphics and stuff. That's what I was thinking.
I did in times past, yes.
Okay, why you ain't doing it now?
Mm-mm.
Why?
Tedious. I make more money now. No offense. Because graphic designers, they make that coin. But at the behest of whoever your client is, and it can be very monotonous.
Yeah, and a lot of that is starting to. I don't think it's getting faded out, but people are having to like realign themselves and get more training out of AI is taking over.
Hmm.
Um, because people doing more things on themselves on AI and everything. So, and I tried to get into graphic design myself like here recently. I was like, oh, this is tedious and hard, so I gave it up. So
Because I started doing graphic design work during COVID.
oh really?
Hmm.
I was
I
trying YouTube, but it wasn't working for me.
Well, for me, because what happened was I was trying to get flyers made, and people were just charging like such an
Yeah.
astronomical price.
Hmm.
And so I said, okay, let me learn to do this myself. And I learned how to do it myself. And I started doing flyers for $20. And I called it the Flyer Hut. So I
Okay.
had a good run. It was a short period of time before I elevated the prices as things begin to elevate for me as far as design work and things of that nature.
Hmm.
So I had a very good run with that, designing websites and doing the flyers and all that good stuff. It was
So,
cute.
if anybody is in the chat, because eventually I'm gonna start making topics more aligned with economics and politics and stuff like
Hmm.
that. But if anybody's in the chat, you struggling, you lost your job, you on unemployment and stuff like that. 830,000 Black women are unemployed currently,
Yes.
and I'll say that until the end of me, until that number go back down. But if
Hmm.
you are, that's what entrepreneurship is. You got to do what you got to do.
You got to pivot.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah,
pivot, and
yeah.
that's what I had to do at that time. But let me double back and explain myself, because I don't want people that are watching now or that are watching the replay be like, she like Tommy, she ain't got no job, because I'm not really discussing what
You
I
already
do.
said what you do for a 9 to 5.
But yes, but I wanted to explain this, that uh cyberbullying is really a thing.
Yeah.
And here lately, with the things that I've been experiencing, just as a person in the chat that loves to, go on St. James platform and, kiki and do all the great things that we do,
Hmm.
I got concerned. And so like my page used to be very public,
Oh yeah.
and it went from public to private. I don't post my children too often. They may
Yeah.
get
I
a
didn't even know
story
you
or
had
two.
kids.
See, you didn't even know I had kids, right? And so it went from those things, because I don't need you calling my church.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
don't need you being an investigative sleuth trying to
Yeah.
figure out where I work and calling my job.
Yeah.
So those type of things, because believe it or not, I'm a private person.
Yeah.
And so when I felt like that line started to get crossed a little bit, I got very concerned,
Yeah.
because I know how people get down on social media.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was like, I'm telling you, brother, I was thinking about it tonight. I was like, I wonder if he's gonna ask me. I'm like, nah, he's not gonna ask me what I do.
Oh
And
yeah.
so I was like, I had to make a decision. Am I gonna talk about it or not? And I'm like,
Yeah. No,
no,
that
because I
you
don't want
didn't.
any part of my personal life to be
Yeah.
affected by anything that goes on social media. And so that's
Yeah.
why I try to be, very careful, you know, try not to be out here doing too much, and scaling back, so that my private life can be protected. And it's very unfortunate that things have to go that way, because social media is like well, YouTube specifically is entertainment.
Yeah.
especially for
All of it
me.
is. All of it is. It's supposed
Yeah.
to be. Yeah.
Hmm.
But I've been on, I mean, you just like me, we've been on social media since I've been on since MySpace. You probably Black Planet because you slightly older than me.
Don't do it
So
on MySpace.
why do you started off on MySpace like me? Okay, so I was like 10 or 11 on MySpace.
Oh,
Yeah. I
he's
don't
an
think we were
adult.
supposed to. Yeah, I don't think we were supposed to even
That
be
was
on
grown.
there. Yeah, we wasn't even supposed to be on there for
We was
real.
on dial up when I was your age. So
Yeah, we
mhm.
was too poor for dollars. Because the internet used to cost a coin
Yeah,
back in the day. The computers
yes.
and stuff. Everybody didn't have all of that. But I'm new. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So
Mhm.
I know
Okay.
how to maneuver
Mhm.
bullying and stuff like that. I've been dealing with that for the last 20, 25 years, honey. And it takes a tough cookie to get me down. Because
Let me tell you
I done been in
something.
there with the worst of them.
You be gagging and roasting everybody. You are no respecter of person. I thought you was gonna gag and roast me this afternoon. I said,
Why?
brother, don't don't do it. We
Why? When I was asking you about your pictures.
yes. I
No,
said,
and that's
don't gag
why
and
I
roast me. I
sent
ain't
you
got
a
time.
voice. I knew you was gonna say that, but that's why I sent you a voice memo to let you know. Like I just want you to send me some
No,
professional
I
pictures. So I can,
understood.
yeah, because like when people hear me talk for whatever reason, they get a little bit more lax. But yeah, I do have that. I had that bad. I had that in the workplace. I have it everywhere I go. I've been dealing with that my whole life. Like even when I was a little kid, where
Really?
I intimidate people really bad. So,
I
but a
can
matter of fact,
relate.
one of my old friend's daughters, um, she, the little baby, I felt so bad. She was like, "I'm scared of Mr. Jessyie." I was like,
You gagging and roasting kids too?
just and
I
she
believe
no,
that.
and the little girl, I was like, I didn't even, I never addressed her and said nothing to her, but she probably heard me talking
Right.
crazy or something. So,
Cussing
but
somebody kids out. You be cussing the kids out, Jesse? And do. And grandparents, little kids, anybody can get it. Jesse. After I saw the way you
my
cussed out James Fortune, I
girl, you
said,
ain't never gonna let me live that down.
I cannot because
You
it
ain't never
was
gonna let me
so
live that down.
that was
Y'all, so
everything.
James, I forgot, I meant to bring that up. So, James Fortune had got on the internet and on threads, matter of fact, and he was making a joke. But in this climate, in this economy that we're in, this political climate, read the room. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? Have some
mhm.
discernment. So he gets on there and he makes a joke saying, people get mad when they're at the car rental and they got a debit card. I said, nigga, what about you in this mug shot? And I posted it. And Courtney saw it all. Me and him was going back and forth,
I mean, pictures, mug shots,
dates, times, names,
location.
facts.
And I was like, "Oh
And
my
what
god,
made me mad
brother do not care."
about James Fortune was that not only are you a woman beater, but then you come back and you try to get sassy with Jay Black. Like, ooh,
He
I
ain't
know
know who he
you.
was talking to.
I was like, you should have known that. And that's my thing with some people. I'm like, if you already see that I'm a fool and I don't care and I'm already talking sassy, why would you get back sassy? You making yourself look bad. So,
Because he hang out with Ike, so he thought he was gonna be able to
oh,
roast and gag.
I'm gonna show you a Ike. Eat the cake anime. This ain't no Isaac Curry. Okay. You know what Isaac used to sing back in the day with Hezekiah Walker? I'm sorry.
I was
I'm
just about to say that.
sorry.
That's my jam too.
God, okay, that whole CD, period.
Everything, okay?
Um, listen, girl, we gotta get into the thing of the thing.
Let's get
We over
into
here
it.
just we can talk all day. That's
Mhm.
funny. But you're a good conversationalist.
Ella,
Let's
thank you.
You don't think so? Ain't nobody ever told you that?
Um, oh, yes, I have heard that, so let me not lie. But
Yeah, people don't told you
okay.
that.
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a lot to say, but I guess I do
What
because I
you
be talking on the
mean?
thing.
Yeah, you need to yeah, we the people on Courtney right now
I knew
to
you was
get
gonna
a
say that.
when we yeah, well, I mean, this ain't the first time somebody done said that. We ready for you to get your channel going up and going because we need the feminine perspective. I'm tired of hearing all these sissies. I mean, it's a couple of them that's not sissies, but I ain't gonna say no names, but I'm tired of hearing all these sissies in their opinion because I don't want to hear it no more. So we want a real woman with real
A real
hits
woman.
and real capability to have a baby. We want a real woman to come on and share her perspective
Oh my God.
about what's going on in the world. We don't, because they don't ran a lot of the women off with their antics, and I don't appreciate that. But we want a real woman to come on. You young, you hot, you fresh. You got it going on.
Uh, let me say this right quick before we get into the things of the things though.
Hmm.
I want to say how much I am so proud of you for stepping out and doing this, and it's excellent. You're hilarious. I'm so glad that you started your podcast. This is amazing. And I just wanted to tell you in front of everybody, I'm so proud of you because I really am.
I'm a don't make me start crying first of all, because I will.
Don't.
Let me get them off of here. We're gonna bring them back up, but yeah, I wanted to talk about that real quick. People been telling me since before the pandemic, start a podcast, get on here, do that, and I contrary to what people believe, I have a lot of confidence issues.
I can
Um,
understand that.
yeah, I have a lot of confidence issues and stuff like that. And I don't think what I say is anything special.
Mm.
Um, I'm this is how my whole family act. I don't even think I'm that funny.
Hilarious though.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that funny because I act just like my mom, my aunt, my brother, my cousin. We all act like my grandma when she was alive. We all act like this. So this not something special to me. Um, So I don't know, but I thank you and I hear y'all, and I'm starting to finally wake up and recognize the gifts and things. Um, and I was just telling my friend group chat about, I always knew that I wanted to be like in the public eye, sort of. But people get in your ear, and people tell you you need to go to school, go to corporate, and it's becoming so bad at this point for me that I cringe waking up in the morning, having to go to work. I hate going in there. So, I'm starting to realize that maybe this is the avenue that I need to approach. I'm gonna have to find some other means to support myself until I get to where I want to go. But yeah, I thank you. And I thank everybody. I wanted to say that before we start kikiing. I get so sidetracked. So uh but I wanted to say that, thank y'all to everybody that, subscribe to. Well, I did say that, and thank you for giving is other I watch other people even outside of the carnal church sector, and I see them, they try to do the podcast thing, and that's something they're passionate about, and they put up all these videos, and it's just like it doesn't really go nowhere, and y'all done already got me to 500, so y'all do really like me. I appreciate that a lot. That really, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate that. And hey, everybody in the chat, I see Tarsha, Mike, Marcus. I think I saw Shine earlier. I'm supposed to be meeting up with her for future nurse. I don't want to start calling out names. Nicole, thank you, everybody. Irene. Um, yeah, girl. Let's
Happy
get it.
birthday, Sean, if you still in the chat.
Yeah, well, she's supposed to be at her little part. Well, not little, but
Oh,
hey, Inspire. Oh,
Inspire. Hey, Inspire. Hey,
Inspire.
Tarsha Global. Look, I'm gonna get started calling names too.
I know, because
Hey, everybody.
I just everybody, Aaron Brock, they're just good, genuine people. I don't care what
Mhm,
they got going on. Forget an accolade. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? They're just not like I like listening and being around these people.
Absolutely.
I would hang out with most of y'all in real life, and some of y'all.
Don't start your mess. I want to come to Detroit though. Mm,
You got to come over the summer. It's too cold right now, but come in the
okay.
summer. You a
Is it hot
Southern
in the summer
Belle.
though?
It was getting like 90s a lot. in the
Okay, so it just be
summer.
hot everywhere. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's just global warming, honey. So the Lord is coming soon. That's all you gotta know. All right, so I forgot to get the tour flyer. You saw the tour flyer? They about to go on tour again, honey.
I did. I saw that.
How many times y'all gonna go?
And I
Y'all
saw
keep.
your commentary.
How many times y'all gonna make these tours?
Listen, the people gotta eat.
But how much money? Because I'm not in. Well, I do music or whatever, but I'm not in the industry or nothing like that. But from what I understand, if you do a tour
Hmm.
and it doesn't actually launch, you lose money. I thought like you got to still pay the venue. That's
Um,
what I thought.
okay, if you do a tour, you said it doesn't launch. It depends on the contract. It depends on the agreement.
Okay, because I want to know. Okay, Sean says she's gonna be out of there in 30 minutes. All right. Um, I want to know in the chat, is the people going to this Sash show? I'm trying not to cuss. Is the people
Ain't
going to
nobody
this
going to go
Sash?
to sleep. We don't need no lullabies.
Take me to the sleep.
Flip side, they have a lot of fans. Let's be clear. They want to hear all of the ballads.
You think so?
There are some people that love Tamla and David Mann down. They do.
I mean, we all got people that we love. I didn't know they was doing spices and all that carrying
Cause
on.
they be cooking. I didn't even know that either till somebody just said that. But I know they cook and all of that. Listen, Jesse, you have to get it how you live nowadays. People are doing it all.
Which, like the spices thing, that's a different segue, but it's just to me, with the economy going the way it is, Tamela was just supposed to go on that tour with Kiki back in the spring, and that ended up getting canceled. So why are you going back out there? And no shade,
Which
they said on the reunion, wasn't she supposed to go on tour with Kiki and them back in the spring?
what yes, was that the one that's the
It
I'm
was like
walking
Ty
tour? What's the
Tribbett.
name of it?
Yeah, that one.
Like the
That
name was terrible. Was that what
Yeah.
it was? I'm
It was
walking?
just like a hodgepodge of a bunch of people just coming together. It gave
Listen,
Midnight Musical on the road.
it, this thing has been reduced to people have to make a living. People have to eat. So
But
let's go on tour.
it's so much money out here. I don't know. I don't know their circumstances, but it's just like y'all keep trying and it's not going. It's not launching. And I was telling my friend groups, I'm like, Tamala don't got the hits like that. I mean, Take Me to the King was cute or whatever, but we don't sing her songs in church like that.
Never. Let me
Other
take
than
that
Take
back.
Me
You
to the
know they be
King.
dancing to it though.
Well, and that's at the film. I mean, she got that. She had like a CCM song here recently. I don't know nothing about it because I don't listen to it.
I love
CCM.
her. I think her and her husband and her family are amazing. But I'm
No, I
not
do
like,
too.
"Ooh, did you get that new Tamla Man album?"
No,
No.
no. I'm proud of Hey
No.
Catherine, Hey Londa. Um, I'm proud of we sat there and watched her go from Kurt Franklin to
Mhm.
Tyler Perry to her own thing.
Mhm.
I'm proud of both of them,
Mhm.
but I'm just trying. I'm a realist, and I keep it
Mhm.
real. How many tours are y'all going to do, or attempted tours, before you say, "Oh, we ain't as popular as we thought"?
They're gonna do it till they can't do it no more, and they're gonna find 550 different ways to do it. They're gonna add skits into it. They're gonna do it all. Whatever the people enjoyed about them, that's what they're gonna give us. So because when you the one take care of your family, that's what it's given. Now I don't know.
Now, oh, I just thought about something. They ain't been over there with Tyler Perry in a minute. Let's see what that was.
That's funny that you said that because I was just sitting up here thinking, why don't they do another Tyler Perry
I
play?
was too, and I said, wait, they ain't did
Tyler's
nothing
still
with.
doing plays though?
He's not doing
No,
plays, but
he's doing the
it's
TV.
the. But I know Tyler like looks out, like he looked out for Mother Pace because LaShawn
Hmm.
was one of the first celebrity artists that worked with him.
Hmm.
So he looked out for them and everything. But I know he'll look out for Tamela and David. I think they still have a
Sure.
decent
But why
relationship.
I feel like they do have a TV show,
They had one a
but
while ago before the
I don't
pandemic,
watch
I
it so
believe.
much. I don't even know.
I know
I
they
think
had like a YouTube thing going on at one point.
they still have the YouTube as far as let's just be honest. I'm sorry. I love y'all so much. We're not interested.
And we not. We really not. And
After
I
you
mean,
to the king, we were gone.
oh, they still have a show on BET.
That's all I'm about to say. I think they still on TV.
But and it the fans really have to be like so into that. I know Kiera got her stuff, and I guess her little line, and not little, I have to quit saying that. But I guess Kiera got her line in Macy's now. But like I said, stuff like shapewear, you can get that from Amazon. I don't need that. I'm like William McRae.
She got shapewear. I knew she had the boutique. I didn't know she had shapewear.
Well, they be snatching her up like a damn
I feel
turkey.
like this is gonna go the wrong way.
And like a bluebill turkey. Maybe it is.
No, that's how they used to snatch Tamla up for them award shows.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm
Baby
talking
could not
about.
breathe. Do you hear me? She was snatched. I mean, that waist was sunken in. I was like, oh my God, what kind of girdle is that? Let me get that.
And Tama, she I used to I don't feel like going here right now, never mind. But
Yeah, I feel like you was finna turn the corner.
I was finna go somewhere love. I
Mhm.
don't care. It's my show. I'll say it anyway.
Eh.
So when I was a little kid, that was my type. Light skin and real thick, real big like that.
Really?
Yes.
For real,
And
for
even to this day, like
Okay.
I like girls. Like, well, I'm not a no, but
Oh, mm,
like if I was attracted to women, I would be
mhm.
attracted to big women, big thick
Really? All
women, like
right.
Latrice Pace.
Like back in the days or now?
No, even now,
Even
Latrice
now.
Pace.
Okay.
Like if I was attracted to women, I would Latrice Pace. Period.
Really?
Mhm.
I learn something new every day.
That's
Wow.
why when me and Darius was on there, I knew exactly what Darius was saying on Sean Talks show. He was like, I like looking at booty. I like looking at booty too.
Women,
Yes. If a girl walking down the street and she got a real booty, and I'm I
you just
mean,
like booties, period.
I'm not looking at no man booty. Just like I don't like male strippers.
All
But
right.
I'll go to a female strip club. I'll look at a female stripper. She can do a lap dance on me and everything. Cause girl, you don't like no big old greased up man all shaking his booty in Timberlands and some cowboy boots. Girl, go on with all of that.
Are you serious? Okay.
I'm dead serious. I told my friends, I said, if I ever get married, I don't want no male stripper. You better have a female stripper.
All right. I ain't mad at it.
Mm-mm. Man, my friend was like that. We
Sean
had a
said,
female stripper.
Sean said cakes for 100. That is funny to me.
Who child? But yeah, we don't y'all can cancel that unless they doing like you think it's going I could see it working if they went to like okay,
Church.
we going to church. Exactly. DEI. We going
Make the
to
church tour.
they gonna go down there on 7th Mile in Woodward
But
to
you
the
know what?
abandoned building.
Kurt Franklin said something
What'd he say?
real key during his interview with Dr. Holly Carter.
Love Dr. Carter. I
Yes.
didn't know they had an interview together. I'm gonna have to watch that.
On her on Merge TV.
Oh, it's on
I like
merch.
what
Okay.
she's doing with that.
Okay.
He said he couldn't sing at people church because he wouldn't be able to do a tour and make the money that he was making
You know how many
singing at
drinks
people
I
church.
had? Child. You know how many drinks I had down there at the Reunion 2 tour?
Oh
Because
my God.
I didn't go
That
to
is
the first.
wild.
I had 3 drinks. I had a Long Island and 2 slushies. They was up there.
Singing
They
melodies
started.
from heaven all loud.
They was see. I'm not that big of a Kirk Franklin fan. I was there for the Clark sisters and Fred Hammond.
Okay. Okay.
And Kier. I was there for them.
Did
My
Fred sing his hits?
he's
Like
only sung
Clean
the
Heart?
hits.
Huh?
He sung only the hits. He didn't because I'm a real deal Fred Hammond
Yes.
fan.
Did he do All Purpose by Design?
He did Jesus Be Offense. He just you know how they do it. It be just it run through a melody and stuff like that.
Did he do Clean Heart?
I don't remember him doing that. Cause he got so many slow songs. I know he did No Weapon. You know, he got so many songs.
Yeah, he gonna do No Weapon, but
Yeah, like so
okay.
he got to do like No Weapon and
Mhm.
I mean, Give Me a Clean Heart wasn't even the biggest slow song on that album. Now that I think about it,
The whole album was a bop though, but I'm
it
saying
was.
like
But
that song,
he
that's
did a really good set. I want Fred Hammond. Yeah, the Future Nurse. He did a medley. He did several medleys. That's what it was
he
because it was.
had to,
And
because he
then
got
you
something
know
to
they only allotted a certain amount of time. That's the
Mhm.
bad side about tours with a bunch of
Mhm.
artists on it. They only allotted so much time, and then he brought out Keith Staten and I
Oh
think
wow.
Marcus Cole. I think it was one of the younger ones. So he brought them out and stuff
Did they
like
do a
that.
little commission, little doo-wop?
They did a commission thing, but you know they had came out with an EP last year, so they did like a song or two, and that's just on period.
No new music.
And that's just on
Reboot.
period.
We are in
The
the This is a reboot season.
Yeah, we don't. I don't need your new material.
We don't want new material.
The last thing I like from Fred. I mean, and I get people doing vanity projects and stuff like that, but the
Mm-mm.
last thing I liked from Fred was he had a song called "All Right," and that was on Sirius XM all the time during the pandemic. And then
Mhm.
I like hearing our praise when he had the 4 tenors.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was
That
good.
them was the last 2
They
songs that
should have
I
just
was
did one
like,
song, no album. They did whole album. We just needed one song, and
did
we
we
was
the people listen to that album?
no.
No. But that song was some knock.
Yes. The
That and
song was
that
everything.
yeah, I live for that. He did a really good job on that one. Him, Dave Hollister, and all of
Let
them.
me tell you something. The last album I feel like I saw of Fred's, and maybe you could help me. It had like a little African stuff on the front of the cover.
Are you
Is
what
like
year?
kind of like in the 2020 somethings.
I ain't gonna hold you. I got off the Fred train and
Right.
with Pages of Light Speak Those Things Part 3,
You you didn't
2003.
even do the warehouse with This Is the Day on there, and well,
No,
nonetheless,
well, no, I like that one CD with
when he had the dreads on in
yeah, something about
the
love.
suit.
I like that. Something about love.
Yeah.
So, you know the song about Easter.
Oh, wait a minute,
He lives, he lives. So,
sir. Wait a minute.
um,
Is that?
dun, 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 dun,
I know
like
what you're
you
talking about. I like
say,
that song.
my Lord and Savior is no longer dead.
Okay, I think that was on this album. Is that on the same album as This Is the Day?
No, This Is the Day was the following album. I didn't get that.
Well, nonetheless. So here's my point. My point is we don't want no more new music because
And there's
it's
no
not doing
shade.
what it need to do.
It's no shade.
No shade.
And you know,
Revamp, reboot what you got.
yeah, just I mean, Fred. If Fred went on tour, I
And he
want this.
could.
This is the perfect tour that I want. I
Okay.
want all the Verity artists. Christmas from back in the day, or a
Ooh,
wild gospel.
don't do that. Because you have to include the girl group Virtue. No,
Period.
let me tell you, I had this idea and I gave it to this promoter person and they just kind of sitting on it. But you know how the gospel music industry had the girl group era where you had
Yeah, Trinity.
25/7,
Yep.
you had Out of Eden, you had
Mm-hmm.
Virtue, you had
Yep.
Risen, you had
Risen from
all
my hometown. Shout out to Risen.
okay, you had all the girl groups. They need to do a reboot tour with all the girl
You
groups.
know what? I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't hate a women's night out type of deal.
That's what I said. I said we need this. I don't know what 25/7 got
Hey,
going
St.
on,
James.
but we need it. Like yesterday. Maybe
Yeah.
St. James can do it. St. James. If you don't
Maybe
want to
he
do it,
get
St. James,
when he does the when y'all make sure y'all get y'all coin together. You know save your airline ticket money or whatever. You know the
for St.
points.
James Live,
St. James Live will be in Nashville. I think tentatively August
Nashville, Atlanta,
2026.
Fresno.
Don't say Fresno. But you know, even aside from the ladies of the night or whatever tour, and I don't want
Ladies
to.
of the night.
I
Oh
don't.
no. Hold on. I hate to cut you off. I just had this thought. They did try to do a tour like that. Not with the ladies that I just said, but they
Uh-huh.
had like Darlene McCoy. They had a couple of other you don't know Darlene?
No, I said I love Darlene.
Oh,
That's
they
simply
had Darlene
because.
McCoy,
Whew.
uh maybe Kelly Price, but I don't remember that.
See, and
But
that's when they started messing them because I don't want to see Kelly Price on tour, and it's no shade.
and
Unless
some
she's
other
doing,
people.
yeah, if she's doing like her R&B hits and she's at an R&B venue, that's one thing. But
Now, I
don't.
could be wrong on the Kelly Price thing. I think I may
No,
be
that
wrong.
sounds about right.
But
That sounds about right.
it was like women and I can't remember who all it was. I just remember Darlene for a specific reason because I was
Yeah, because I
with
don't
her at the
want
time.
I don't want Vicky Winans to get up doing that. Because that's the first thing
Do
they're
not
gonna
talk
do.
about my auntie like that.
Love her down.
Until
She
she
was
my
like one
auntie.
of the first celebrities that interacted with me on the internet.
She is
Sweetheart.
so sweet.
Sweetheart. I don't want to see her.
Her, Vanessa Bell Armstrong.
Yeah,
Sweet.
both of them. Yep. I don't want to see neither one of them on tour. It's no shade.
Okay.
You can put Lisa Page
Next.
Brooks up there, but it's just
All day. Yes.
and I'm not even that big of a fan of Lisa, but she just got that momentum right now, and we
Hmm.
have to be conscious. That's why David and Tamela,
Hmm.
man, the tour ain't gonna work right now.
But this is what I was about to say. So they tried to do that all women's tour, and Kevin Bond was producing it or something along
You
those
talking
lines.
about Kevin Bond, the producer, or you talking about
Don't do me. I ain't talking
no?
about
Because we got to
Citadel of Praise.
distinguish. Child, you
No,
got to
I'm talking about the
distinguish it.
producer, the actual music producer, Kevin Bond.
If y'all didn't know, there's two different Kevin Bonds. Because I know
Right.
everybody ain't full out in the church. So
Oh, okay,
me
okay.
and
You're
Courtney
right.
know a little bit
I'm sorry.
more than the average bear. There's two different Kevin Bonds. You got one Kevin Bond. He used to produce all the hits, back all the good live albums back in
Yes.
the early 2000s, back
Yes.
in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Not James Harbaugh.
No.
Uh,
Oh,
let's move on.
no, but I can't even get this point out. The point
Oh,
is
my bad, girl.
the thing couldn't even get up off the ground. The money went right. That's all. I was gonna say that. So I was gonna say if anyone decides to pick up their tour with Out of Eden and all of them, that coin gotta be right on the front end. We're not trying to make the coin as we go.
And that part, especially with these tariffs and all that, Karen, and the reason why I really brought that up is because, we got to start, I just want everybody to start being conscious about the
Hmm.
economy.
Let's talk about that
Yeah,
for
let's
a
talk
little
about that
bit.
real quick, just a little minute. It's like, I just feel like a lot of us black people, especially in the church, maybe because we live in la la land and delusion, um, I feel like
We
sometimes
live
we
in
just
La
act
La
like they
Land
don't.
and delusion.
When this thing first when Trump first got into office and we would start talking about economics and stuff like that, people
Mhm.
would like undermine me so bad on St. James's show, on like threads and stuff like that. And baby, I love studying economics and finance and all of that. So I'm like, I know what I'm talking about. I mean, we really been in a recession for about a year or two.
Mhm.
It hits the black community first, then it goes elsewhere.
Mhm.
Um, so it's just like looking at historical trends. We've been there for a while, and just to see, like even at convocation, holy convocation, for
You could
Koji,
tell.
it was, but it's like, what exactly are y'all doing with this money?
Mhm.
Exactly. Like, what's going on? Because it was like every time you turned on a message, it was like, for whatever reason, like every time I turned it on, it was like they was asking for X amount of dollars, and it was just like the holidays were coming up,
Mhm.
um, Christmas, it was just like Thanksgiving is coming up in 2 weeks, and it's like even me being a single man, I told you I cooked at home and did my own
Mhm.
thing this year, and it was like shit. It was hard for me, and I eat a certain way, honey. I was like, I want a roast. I don't want no funky turkey. You ain't giving me nothing. So I eat a particular way, and I was like at that grocery store, I was gagged. But it's just I feel like a lot of times we're just living in la la land. Well, some of us know, but some, especially if you're like leaning more Republican or you're more moderate, I feel like
Mhm.
people haven't, if it hasn't hit you personally, you haven't really been like, oh,
I'm gonna say this. I agree with you 100% about being more wise
hmm
financially and making wise decisions in this economy financially is what we need to do, but we're not doing that, some of
yeah,
us.
yeah.
Some of
I know
us
I need to tighten up. I'm horrible with
no,
money
I listen, I'm not let me say that. I'm not a financial guru of any kind.
because
I'm
you got an
trying to
image that, Courtney got an image to keep it together.
No, I'm the
Courtney
teal hat
remind me of
lady, okay?
Courtney remind me a lot of my mama. The clothes might not be rich, but they look rich. You know how to cleanse. I know how you get down. I know how you get down.
But, to be honest with you, I don't shop a lot because I have 2 kids. I shop more for them, and I just be trying to whatever I have, I just be trying to put it together and just tend to
Mm-hmm.
them. But nonetheless, um, I see 2 sides of the coin, right? So we do need to be wise financially. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure if now is the time unless you absolutely have to make large purchases and things of that nature, unless you
I mean,
can.
if you got it, you
Yeah,
can
if you
do it. But
can,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
go for it, but now is definitely the time to start, um, looking into let me not do that because 'cause I'm not a I was just gonna
To
repeat
speak your
what
speed. Speak your
Manasseh
speed.
was
No, speak
saying,
your
but I'm
speed.
starting to look at stocks more. I'm
Yeah.
starting to look into, different high yield interest savings and things like that. Um, who was that? I'm sorry.
That was Shardy. You
Shardy.
know, we got both our, benefit of the doubt. We got the female form Courtney and we got Shardy.
You're right, you're right. Um, but yeah, but for those of us that do not have it like that, or let me say it like this, we could go get the car right now.
Right.
We could potentially make the car note,
Right.
but we don't have anything put away or we don't have money that's making us money. We need to reconsider
Yeah.
and we need to look into being more wise with our money as far as trying to double it up in other places. I'm not going to talk too much on money because I'm not an expert. I'm a
Yeah.
regular
And
person. I'm getting my wisdom from, Manasseh when he comes on St. James's platform and hearing different wealthy people speak. I'm listening.
and then
So I'm learning.
and I want everybody, even though Manasseh is he knows what he's talking about. I will
Mhm,
vouch for him as a
mhm,
finance major. Um, but even then, we all need to start doing our own research.
mhm,
I'm tired of seeing our people being ripped off
mhm,
by people, on the internet claiming that they're gurus and all of this.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this stuff that these people are doing that, they claiming, oh, we can help you financially and all of this and that. You can do that same exact thing on Capital One, on Credit Karma.
Yep.
Just get on there. And the biggest thing is, y'all, and then we're going to move on, is don't be afraid to look at your credit score. Don't be afraid to look at your bank statements. Just look at it. It ain't like you're going to die if you look at it. And it'll help you using those tools, those resources to figure out where you want to go. But then, at the same token, it takes $20, $10, and they sometimes give you like free money on like some of those investment apps.
Mm-hmm.
Just start playing with it. I used to do that about 10 years ago. I got out of it, but it's not gonna make you rich or nothing. You're not gonna get rich.
Mm-hmm.
But you can definitely start saving, and so you don't have to work when you're 85. Nobody wants to do that.
Because I heard on the news today, it's the retirement. I don't know, y'all.
Courtney, I've already gotten to the point where I've accepted the fact that I'm gonna die working. And I feel like, I don't know about you, since
Mm-hmm.
you're about a couple years older than me, but I know for
Thank you.
my cohort going,
Mm-hmm.
the latter part of millennials going into Gen Z, most of us, if we are, working a 9 to 5 job and we don't
Mm-hmm.
have several streams of income, especially if you have kids, you're probably gonna be working until you 80, 85. You're probably gonna die working. Your coworker's gonna be at
Yeah.
your funeral.
So here's the thing. You and what you're saying is not off. I think that this generation though, like for me, I think I'm a millennial.
You are,
Um
you after 81, 81 and after.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah, so you're a millennial.
Um we are more purpose driven, whereas our parents was telling us go to school, get you a good job, work that job, retire from there. But then we're seeing people retiring, some of them, but they still have to work because the retirement is not enough.
See, and what's happened, and people don't talk about this, and Brock is 100%. Retirement age is about to go up. That's absolutely
Mhm,
correct. What we don't talk about, because I love history, a lot of people don't realize this about me, but that was my favorite subject in school, history and geography.
mhm,
Um, the people don't realize we had the 30 glorious years
mhm,
from after the war, World War II, leading up into the 70s. So our grandparents, way of life was, the malls and, buying a boat if or whatever, going on vacation to Disney World, and I think we feel entitled to those 30 glorious years,
mhm,
but unfortunately that day is gone, honey.
mhm,
No matter what you do or say, it's giving draw the luck at this point if you can
mhm.
get ahead. It's not guaranteed like it used to be.
Right.
So, I don't know what's going to come in 2026. Stay prayed up,
Mhm,
stay being communal, be conscious about what you're doing with your finances and things like that. But, we're out of that era, and we've been out of it for longer than what we perceived. Um,
mhm.
so, but the American dream that we deemed it as what we thought was going to happen. Whoo, child. But I'm going to be honest. I feel like it's designed by God
Mhm,
because it was needed.
mhm,
I've said this before. We've become so entitled as a
mhm,
people, you know, and God has shown America a lot of mercy for the things
mhm,
that goes on, especially how we use His name in vain. He
mhm.
showed a lot of grace to this country, and some people need to be definitely humbled a lot.
For sure. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this as well too. We have to stop living above our means.
Yes. Hmm.
because of what we see.
Yeah.
We don't have to keep up with the Joneses, because what's happening is we're seeing all of these things. Oh, I got to get me this. Oh, I got to get that, and
Mhm.
start living above our means. And then it's like, oh, I need to make more money, and so we're taking our time doing these multiple streams of income, or working a whole lot at our jobs to maintain a lifestyle based off
Mhm.
of comparison.
Yeah. And
So we
it's
really have to start using wisdom in that regard.
and it's
Saying, I don't
and,
need this right now.
and I feel like it's quietly killing a lot of people.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people are getting up out of here, and we're not talking about that either. You
Mhm.
know, let's get into these this salaciousness real quick, because I know
Okay.
you got a lot to say,
Oh
honey,
God.
about Brian Carn. We ain't gonna talk about
Brand.
we ain't gonna talk about
Allegedly.
child. Listen here, y'all. Make sure y'all hit like, share, and subscribe, and y'all um do you have like anything that you want to say, like as a shout out? Do you want to give out any of your social media, or you want to keep that on the hush hush?
I can, cause it's request only. So I
Okay.
am Courtney Phillips on Instagram. I'm not on Facebook. I'm on TikTok as well. I am Courtney Phillips.
Y'all
But
make sure y'all
I don't
go
have
follow my
anything on.
girl. Y'all go
Yeah.
follow my
Send me a
girl.
request. Yeah, I'll accept it. This is a cute setup, by the way.
Thank you. Hold on. I gotta wait. Can you see the video? Because I can only see us two.
I can't see the
I
video.
can't see the video either. Okay, hold on. Y'all bear my y'all pray my strength in the Lord tonight, because I hate all this technology. I hate coming on here looking stupid. You know. Oh, Saint James is in the building. We gotta say, hey, Saint James.
Oh, the king is here.
The King is here. The presence of the Lord is here.
He preached, Bishop preached so good earlier.
I
He
didn't.
made me
I
change my perspective, because I was ready to come on here and let have.
what was See, I didn't get to watch the whole thing with oh
Oh,
shoot. Okay, are we still here?
yes.
Because I tried to click St. James in. Oh Lord, let me see. I
Let me
feel
say this while you doing
stupid.
that. I was
Go ahead.
prepared. I was like, okay, me and Saint James gonna argue today.
Uh-huh.
But I had to be in and out of his live. So when I came back towards the tail end, he really had some wisdom that really changed my perspective immediately. And I was like,
Okay.
oh, I didn't think about that. So whenever he can come up.
It's giving Courtney, sing a C select.
Oh, C selection. Let me say this while you working on that. I'm gonna give my 2 cents
Uh-huh.
on the matter. Okay, so this is how I felt before. Okay, y'all. This is how I felt before. I felt like
How about we do this? I'm gonna play the clip real
oh, okay, you got
quick.
it. Okay.
Okay, we got it. Okay, we're gonna play this real quick.
Okay.
Because I was trying to hold together a relationship that I was afraid of losing. I was so emotionally broken and tied to him that I started believing I had to bend myself into whatever happy. And I felt like if I didn't give him what he asked for, he would eventually drift and fall into other temptations to satisfy the parts of him that I wouldn't. I didn't want that. Even out of fear, I felt this pressure inside of me, the need to make him happy, to keep peace, fear of not being enough, fear of disappointing him. I had fear of the conflict if I was to not do it for him, fear of him turning cold or pulling away, fear of forfeiting my promise, as he would say. I just had that fear of walking away from a relationship just because of that. Like, I didn't want to do it. And I had an internal battle, and he know that. Like, I had an internal battle. Sometimes
Okay, that's enough for all that. Because, I'm sick of the world with me. Y'all already know. Everybody, shout out to
No, but
Saint James.
hold on. Let me say this though. Hi, Saint
Hey,
James.
can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
I'm trying to
We
get
can
the
hear
Finally.
you
camera on.
now. Yeah.
This is my first time with Restream, so it's not showing me the camera. So I'm trying to get it on, but I can. A lot of you guys can see me. I mean, hear me. I guess that's good.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me get this out though before y'all start thrashing the women. Okay. I
Listen,
will say
see,
this. Don't start your mess, Saint
Because ain't
James.
nobody safe around here.
Mm-mm.
Nobody's safe. Listen, these women are sharing their story. Now, listen, hold on, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, if it was a regular Joe Schmo, no, they would not be telling a story.
Mm.
However, spiritual manipulation is a thing. I don't disagree with you, but I think y'all are coming harder on the ladies than the men.
See,
I
that's
will
what
say
we've
that.
been going through for since Gigi and before. And someone came in my chat who always has that opinion. But and we understand that spiritual manipulation, low self-esteem. We understand that, but there has to be, and this is what I said today. I mean,
Mhm.
but really, Courtney, when do we start holding the women responsible for their actions? I mean, are we so they can go 1 year, 2 year, 10 years, 15 years in
Mhm.
this thing and never, we always say they've been spiritually manipulated for 15 years. God is such a weak God that he does not empower you at all to have discernment, to operate in excellence. So the only thing you have that is powerful in your life is the ability to be spiritually manipulated.
Mhm.
No, you're right. I'm not refuting you on anything that you have
Mm,
said because that did change my perspective.
yeah.
So you're right about that. But I will say this, as a young woman, she was dating this man. Now, would I do 10, 15 years? Absolutely not. My patience is not set up.
And her and Brian
Right.
Carn are about the same age, mind you.
She felt as though
Hey, St. James.
this man was going to marry
I
her.
figured it out.
It's different.
Well, they all do that. And again, they listen to that. They listen to the pie, and they're going to be the first lady, be the ones that is going to change this man. They're going to make him a one woman man. So they all get fed this. We feed our our significant others a lot of yes. It may not last a year, it may not last a week, it may last only a day. But we do feed our significant them around to keep them,
Mhm.
happy, to keep them. And of course, there's levels to this thing. There's
Mhm.
levels to the BS. There's level to the manipulation, but there has to come a point where you can't say that the only reason you're in this man's church or in church or the only reason that you serve God is to listen to this man and for him to get my coochie.
Because he don't preach
There
worth a
has to
damn, if we being honest.
no,
They be in there
he's an
having
antic
church,
preacher.
like
He's an
I,
antic preacher. He knows how
right.
to get people happy. He knows how to, sing that right old time song to get the old people stirred. And there's a lot of preachers that know how to do it. But there has to
Mhm.
be a point where they have to figure out, I'm not going to allow you to, I can't hang on spiritual manipulation for 15 years.
Mm.
But how in Katrina made this point right here. She says In this case, I believe it is manipulation because he prophesied to her and she had no spiritual background before him. I I gotta disagree, and I'm glad you brought that up, Katrina. How you doing, boo? I feel like how in the world can somebody prophesy to you that they're going to be with you? They're just gonna do that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not prophecy. Did somebody?
But you know what? They're leaning on she had no spiritual. He got the ones that don't have any spiritual. But again, it's like the scenario I gave. Had my daughter not have any spiritual background, I believe in my mind, I would still try to to tell her and to teach her about self-worth, about this. So let's get off of the spiritual thing so much, y'all.
Hmm.
Because he's
And
just a player just like any other
he's
nigga.
a player like any
He
other
is a
from the
ninja.
Himalayas.
He a
But you
player in
get
a church suit, in a tight church suit.
But women can be blindsided, and I'm not making any excuses because you're absolutely correct. In this
Yeah.
day and age, we need to be accountable. So I'm with you on that.
Hmm.
I'm with you on everything that you said. And I think what's missing for women is a male voice that is not trying to sleep with them, but
Right.
giving them the truth
Right.
and setting the value standard there. Because
Yeah.
although we have a lot of single parent homes, and you have mothers that's saying you're beautiful, you beautiful, you beautiful all day
Hmm.
long,
Hmm.
but it's something different when a father says
Yeah.
it to his daughters. So we have to deal with that issue there in the church. And so we don't have enough male covering of women that are not that are protective and not harmful. There are
Yeah.
too many male voices in women's life that are harmful.
And then on the to add to your point, Courtney, because what I was thinking about when I was gathering notes for this whole segment was this is the side of these purity classes
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
and these women's retreats and things of that nature. And I know that the intentions are good, but this is the side of what we see when things go bad.
Yeah.
And then you focus so much on our little black girls and what they're doing wrong, but y'all never talk to these nigga men.
That's true too.
Y'all
I,
keep going. I'm gonna step away real quick because I gotta get my charger. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
okay. I
Yeah.
do agree with that. That there's no value just the same being added to little boys saying that, hey, you're valuable, you're
Yeah.
worth
Yeah.
more. Because to the flip side, the male voice to them is not protective just the same.
Right.
Because
Right.
it's saying, hey, go out, go get you some. You
Yeah.
single.
And that makes
Ain't
him a more of a man in some stupid
hmm
arenas.
right. That
How many women he can get, how many you know uh, 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 notches on his belt he can have, and all that.
hmm
But so it definitely is a two-way street. But and I hope I don't come off so like male chauvinistic or even at all. But I think
it's given a
we
little bit.
I hope it's not, but but I understand where it could. That's why even when I started there, if you go back and see the beginning of it, I
hmm
said I may come off a certain way,
But
but
I
I
heard
think
the father in you
yeah,
at the end when I caught the end, and
mm-hmm,
that's immediately that made me switch up my perspective straight away
mm-hmm,
because I
mm-hmm.
heard the father in you. Like let's instill in our
You gotta
children
yes.
value.
Yes. And like I said, I was in the church doing everything. I was so I can't say I was spiritually manipulated or I spiritually
Mhm.
manipulated somebody. What we did or whoever I did it with, we were in church. We knew what to do. We knew what not to do. We knew what was called a sin and what wasn't called a sin. But we made the decision to go
Mhm.
forth and have fun. And I think
Mhm.
people want to turn it off and just put it straight to spiritual manipulation. No, these folks wanted to have sex. They wanted to have sex, and they wanted to have sex with each other,
But
regardless.
St. James,
Hmm.
let me pause you right there and
Hmm.
say this though. We cannot ignore. the spiritual component. I don't know if you remember this a while ago when Apostle Genesis Warren, because I'm saying the name to give respect, but she said that he was running a sex cult back in the day.
I know somebody that was a part of that cult.
So we can't say that there's not any mind manipulation going on.
But you know what?
around there.
Can we be honest there though?
Okay.
If we take out the preacher, is there mind manipulation in other relationships where men manipulate?
Women get manipulated
all the time,
every day and twice on Sunday.
My thing is, you can't take out the spiritual side, but you don't hang it up on the spiritual side and say that everyone else, you get a pass because of the spiritual manipulation. So we're going to make you a victim, and you're going to get a pass, and we're just going to say you were we can't hang it up on it. Yeah, we have to consider that because it is an extra component when it comes to, this stuff and we believe, because we all believe, we are supposed to believe in the prophet, the pastor,
right,
the bishop,
the man of God.
The man of God. We're supposed to believe in him, and we know that. But I think what I've been seeing is them coming out with all of the bad stuff on this man of God, but not taking any accountability on themselves to say,
no, but they did.
But that it's really short. Like Gigi did it. Oh yeah, I think I apologize. Anyway, no,
Saint James.
Dig into it. Why did you allow yourself? Let's look into it.
They talked about that
be more of a teaching moment than and don't make mine much smaller than yours, like yours is overtaking me. No, you made some choices, and Brian Carn and these pastors probably aren't their first choice, a bad choice that they made in regards to their lives.
This is true.
And you know what it also feels like? I'm sorry to cut you off, Courtney. It also feels like I'm not that girl no more, and the people don't fool with me no more because I got slightly older. Tricks in the club type T. You done became the old girl in the club. Now you're getting mad because you can't benefit no more. That's what it feels like.
This woman in these situations, such as a Gigi and all of them, they were in love with a man that just so happened to preach. So that was an added bonus, because the anointing is attractive, right? But let's not take away the fact that these men are teaching on honor. These men are teaching on, obey your pastor. Your pastor should be your only voice, and et cetera, et cetera. So everybody in the church is trying to please the man of God. So let's not escape from that component. Then top that with,
I hate that
you're gonna be my wife.
I hate that because
that component works. But if you're spreading every little detail like this is Superhead, because that's what it is, giving gospel Superhead.
But she didn't know.
But why do we know that she was in a threesome, honey?
Right.
Because the other girl exposed it. Vasti didn't expose that.
Well,
the other girl exposed
it. Are you saying it's a different spirit between the two? It's the same spirit.
No, but what I am saying is that Vasti was trying to keep it cute. But both of them said, hey, I was at this place in life. I wasn't in the best place. I take full accountability. St. James, I don't know what you're looking for from these women, but they are acknowledging their wrongdoings. They're acknowledging their part. But they're saying, hey, somebody need to stop this man. But the truth is, he's never going to be stopped because it's acceptable to the men around him and behind the scenes.
But
those who are leaders over him.
That goes to a point that I wanted to make. And I say this all the time. What is the end goal here? What we gonna do? What do you think is going to happen? Because if R. Kelly and Chris Brown and Trey Songz, who are not pastors, they still get full support from women that look like you um, you know, if they get full support, if all these church, men or whatever, they get full support, all these pastors and bishops, even after scandals, what makes you think you're so special? Because you had a threesome. He had sex scandals 10 years ago, honey. He had scandals, but people ain't left his side. What makes
right?
you think
You're absolutely right.
That's kind of what I was kind of alluding to too. And if somebody's talking about who is he accountable to, who is over him, we're not even going to visit that anymore. He's not willing to be accountable to himself long enough. Bishop Lambert, Bishop Jakes, Bishop Jones, it don't make a difference. All that who's he's accountable to, and we're going to blame the people that cover up. It's not about covering up for him. Those people know what he's doing, and they show up in his church every Sunday. So again, question of the hour is, when do you take responsibility of showing up, being in the number at either KCC, knowing good and well that your pastor has been said that he has children out of wedlock. He has one pending case now. They keep showing up every Sunday. So I understand, and he does have a higher accountability. He's not willing to reach that goal. And he doesn't have to, because they keep coming.
And unfortunately, the church, they back up our men. That's why a lot of our men have not only, problems with this sexual stuff and all of this and that, because nobody ever addresses them. They have health issues. They have psychological issues. We see it all the time. These black men are going around killing, our women and stuff like that, because the church is not addressing it. And while, yes, you should come out and, let me how I want to phrase this, because the salacious style of doing things, this whole LRL type deal, I don't necessarily agree with that, because you're devaluing your story when you do that. When you come with a repentant heart, and sometimes you got to maybe leave out names, and you got to show what ministry actually looks like, and teach these girls to stand up for themselves, and teach these men to keep their pants up. That's one thing, but the way they go about it, I don't necessarily agree with that. But
so you don't think they should mark them?
What'd you say?
They've been marked. Everybody has marked them. Another mark, really though, another mark on some of these guys. It's just a story now. It's just an extended story. There's no more marks that need to happen. That's like saying, "Oh my God, you heard R. Kelly did this." Another one came up. He's been
and it's
marked.
like, okay,
it's okay. It happened. That's like saying Diddy. Oh, another escort comes.
I didn't watch that damn documentary.
Okay,
what? We already know what happened. What else do we need to see? I was tired of hearing about it. I'm like, this stuff happened over 20 years ago. Even in what's her name, Vasti or Vasti. In her case, I don't know how to say that heifer name.
I think it's Vasti.
It's Vasti.
Oh, is it Vasti?
Valencia.
Oh, now I feel wrong.
I don't know.
Valencia. She, even in her case, it's like, girl, this happened 10 years ago, honey. I mean, we all done did some dumb stuff.
10 years of hurt. This is 10 years of hurt that she needed to.
But you never got a ring. So you devaluing your story by telling all your tea.
Yeah.
She said that. She said, do you think I get pleasure out of coming out here? Because it's humiliating to me as well. Because I tell on him, I tell on me.
Why do it? Because again,
she telling her story. Dwayne Youngblood telling his story.
That wasn't
Everybody
no
telling their
story. That was a story.
Everybody got a story to tell.
Everybody got a story.
Every man wants a light-skinned woman.
My concern, though, is for the women that are there. And
why are you more concerned for them that they're concerned for themselves, though? Courtney?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
For the sake of conversation.
Oh, okay.
That I'm just concerned that they are
Well, boo, you got to be concerned for all black women in all black churches if we're gonna go
for
there.
sure.
Because
Yeah.
honestly, and
Absolutely.
that was the point I was trying to get to is, so is y'all gonna get up and we all gonna leave and start having female leadership? Because black women, they run the church. They're the biggest population of the church, even
Right.
now. But y'all not getting up, leaving. Half of y'all are backing it up. Y'all don't want no half over there telling me what to do.
I was just about to say, you know what the problem is, and I don't understand the psyche behind it all. Women have a hard time listening to other women. They
They
will
do.
not.
And on the
Juanita Bynum came out of here talking about no more sheets. We still wrapped up in sheets.
and
She done did all that, and we
I'm
still
gonna be
wrapped up.
honest. Some black women, they do get a little power hungry. We all done experienced it. They do get a
Yeah.
little,
Mhm.
It's like, girl, are you crazy or what's going on? So I mean, I understand both sides of the fence, but I feel like a lot of times that happens because they feel like they got a point to prove to the men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't no reason why there's no, why Valerie Daniels had to fight
Right.
for the church that she basically paid for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just let the woman have the damn church.
Right. Right.
But
Yeah.
that's the type of fugazi that happens in these organizations or just everywhere. It's like, women should have been taken over as pastors and priests, priestesses or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, child. But yeah,
So this one particular one here, who's she, Courtney? Ashley?
Ashley Powell,
and y'all take off all these big old clothes.
To be 21 years old looking like
the
this.
best dressed in the whole entire church. She stands out.
And is she one of his girls?
Concubines.
Somebody in your comments the other night had said that when they
Mm.
was talking, we were talking about her, but the person was talking about another pastor that we remember they had brought up that we didn't know who
Yeah.
that person
Yeah, yeah,
was,
yeah.
but she
Hmm.
goes to Carn's church, and so that's allegedly. I don't
Yeah.
know.
But like Breezy said, they sitting over there just waiting their turn.
And they are.
Yeah.
And I have friends
Yeah.
even, it's like, they're in them situations where they want to be first lady. And it's like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, do you want to be first lady to big hit Brian Cone?
How about you want to be CEO of something? How about you
Come
want to
on.
have you be an
Yes.
entrepreneur and you run your
Yes.
own nonprofit?
Hmm.
That's what but they're sitting in these churches waiting their turn, as Breezy said.
But
That's what they're
but
doing
Saint
and trying to be first lady.
Saint James, like you said earlier on your live, you imparted into your daughter at an
Hmm.
early age to show. But a lot of these girls, especially in our age cohort, they didn't have daddies and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Especially
Yeah.
the crack era. So
But you know what? It's understandable
uh-huh.
because everybody has a story of neglect,
Yeah.
a story of misfortune. I got a story. Single mother raising two children.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
got a story. But I made the conscious decision to change my story. And
Hmm.
I don't add another same old dreadful chapter
Yeah.
to my story and add a daughter, add a child to it.
Hmm.
You have to make the conscious decision. And I know it sounds so crazy, still all the spiritual. Everybody has been spiritually manipulated in life. I was under the apostolic church, full of spiritual manipulation.
Yeah.
But there had to, I sat down and I had to come to Jesus. God will put you, He always, that's like I said earlier, He always gives you a way of escape. Will you accept it?
Hmm.
When I heard the voice of the Lord and I heard a different teaching on
Hmm.
salvation, I knew that if they didn't have the death, burial, and resurrection and salvation right, then this other stuff had to be a little questionable too.
Hmm.
So I didn't dwell in it. You can dwell in it and say, I'm just manipulated and I'm going to stay here and with my manipulate. This is comfortable. I'm used to it. I'm getting accolades. I'm sitting with the pastor, or I could have said, "Oh, I'm the music director, and I'm the
Mhm.
leadership, and people are following me, and I'm just going to stay here." But I made the conscious decision to say, "No,
Mhm.
I'm out of here." And when I said that, it also starts triggering things in your brain. Okay, no, I'm not going to be a deadbeat dad. That ain't
Mhm.
me. I tried that. I lived through that. Wouldn't
Mhm.
want to put my children through that. So you
Mhm.
start changing the directory of your thought pattern if you're willing to listen. Now, if you caught up and just want that man and want that peen and want that power and want to please the man, you're not going to listen. But God has given you a way of escape, but you continue to ignore it.
And women, well, not even women, everybody, but I find this in with a lot of female friends of mine. They have a bad tendency of they'll know something is bad, but they'll still in their mind flip things over and over and
Mhm.
like, oh no,
Oh
he like me.
yeah,
That nigga just gave you a hug, Sister Patty.
yeah,
Mhm.
Sister Patty too.
That's it.
And now
yeah.
you think you about to go, on He Proposed Kelly Price.
Mhm.
So it's like, you can't be in delusion. If you gonna be in ministry and you want to have connection and closeness to these pastors, you got to know that you got to be in it for the right reason.
And
It ain't
Courtney,
even worth
No,
it.
it's not.
but Courtney, tell us what was your thought pattern when the preachers and deacons hit on you? Because I know you
Oh,
preach,
she
so I
got
know they
here.
was
She
hitting on
caught here.
you.
I already know.
Oh yeah, I know they hit on you. So what was your decision? What did you say? What did you do? What was your response?
I don't want to tell my stories,
Wow.
baby. I got sweatsuits in the I can relate.
And
Well,
that's
if you can relate to that, you
But
have
not the
you have
10, 15 years. No, 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 no.
no. I'm
But I
just
can
talking about
relate.
even like I asked earlier. I'm not talking about the longevity of it. I'm talking it can be just a off Sunday. You wore that extra tight thing, and the pastor want to give you an extra hug and say we ought to get together and a talk. And then you be like, talk to First Lady. But a weak minded would say, okay, Pastor.
And we all done been there. That's the thing. We all done been there. It don't even gotta be a pastor. It can be a loser on the
It
street.
can be just somebody leadership, somebody just above you or something like that. Or it can just be a lateral person that you be like, no.
Yeah.
I am like that today. Let's be clear.
Mm-hmm.
But I have
Okay.
not always been here,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I have made some very wrong decisions
Mm-hmm.
and felt like, because I was younger and I was like, oh, he think I'm cute. Okay,
It be like
and the
that.
Mm-hmm.
attention and the
Mm-hmm.
attention
Mm-hmm.
from a leader is
The
just
attention. Yeah.
everything. But mm-mm.
And it
Yeah.
So I have made plenty. That's how I can relate to a Gigi, and I can relate to a
Yeah.
Vashti, and minus the three. So I ain't never did that, but I can relate. I had to
Don't
throw
tell
that
all
out
your
there.
story now.
Right. I didn't do all that, but I can relate
But
to
do you
the
understand what I'm saying in regards? It's like, in even what you've been through, I don't want to discredit it,
mm,
but there came a
no,
point where you
but
knew
the difference is
that it was
absolutely,
wrong.
Courtney's taking
absolutely.
accountability as a grown
Hmm.
woman. She's
Yes,
not being the
yes.
victim. And
Mm-mm.
like Helen Beth.
And I ain't never told my story because for what? But
Yeah,
it is it worth it to go through that and not have learned anything? No, I
that's the crazy
learned.
part. That's the crazy part. If you go
I'm
through it
thankful
and
to
not
God.
learn, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like Helen Baylor. We all wanna be loved.
We
I
just
didn't
want to
know
be
that
loved.
Jesus loved me.
So
And then I
trust me,
hit my head. Bam.
right.
Boom.
So outside of just leadership, because especially if church is your world, you're gonna run
Yeah,
into that. So
yeah.
outside of that, I have not chosen the best for me.
Yeah.
And I
Even though
did
he
preface
dressed up
that
in
to
a
say,
suit with money, it doesn't even matter. Go ahead.
and I said earlier, we've all made some stupid mistakes
Hmm.
and decisions and chose, and it's not the mistake, it's how you come out of that mistake, how you recover from that mistake, and how, if you're going to keep revisiting that mistake, is where we have a
Now,
problem.
St. James, we do gotta, cause I'm a little bit more in the middle. I'm a they them. No, I'm just playing. So we do
Hmm.
gotta go a little bit into this. So
Mm-hmm.
Brian Carn, he's definitely had a lot of scandal surrounding his name. So why
Hmm.
can't we? Why isn't he being held responsible, and why isn't this being taken more serious? Because he does
He.
get and the thing is, what I was gonna say, I mean to cut you off, but the thing
Mhm.
is, he has a type. Because,
Yeah.
like I said, I know someone that I went to high
Yeah.
school with. I'm not gonna say no names, but I went to high school with this girl, and she came out on Facebook and said that Brian Carn basically, like, and all of that.
Hmm.
She didn't put, she didn't make it all nice and rosy like Vasti said. She
Mm.
she said something else. And Brian Carn did used to come to our town a lot. He came at least 5 times. So, but
Yeah.
this girl, she wasn't in the church. She wasn't,
Hmm.
matter of fact, she was a dyke to,
Hmm.
when we was in high school.
Mm.
She was no, I mean, she was 2 years older than me. She was a senior, so she knew what she liked and she knew what she didn't like.
How did she get how did they get connected though? Did she go to church when he was there?
Well, okay. So when Brian was like 18, 19, 20 when he was coming to Saginaw, right?
Okay.
So, he's like oh my God, this little young prophet coming to
Yeah.
town,
Yeah.
so
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
church used to be packed. It was gangsters in there.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Hmm.
everybody in there. It was basketball players. It was the gays falling all down on the floor. And then another thing that nigga was up there, I was young. I was like eighth, ninth grade when he came. It was Brian about like 4 or 5 years older than me. And he up there talking about some booty bandits. And I said, that's a website. When I thought about that
I
when
ain't
I got
never
older,
heard him
I was
say
like, that was a website back in the day. What you know about anyways?
that.
The thing about, I mean, Brian is no stranger to no way of life. I
But
believe that.
what do you think is
Mm-hmm.
going to bring these people down? Because the Lord is outside and God is not happy with these
Well,
people.
and I think people are saying that. Somebody had maybe alluded to it in the chat earlier. It's going to have to take the Lord to have the ultimate say, because I'm talking something that only the Lord can deliver him from.
Mhm.
Because the people are still going to go to the church every
Yeah.
Sunday. So we can sit and talk about it, and we can hear all the testimonials from all the females from 1992 to 2025. But the fact of the matter is, it won't nothing happen, because he's an asset to the church. He'll come in and prophesy, get the people happy with singing. He'll lift an offering, and ultimately, that's what they call him in to do.
You know what's
Lift the
crazy
offering.
though? He can do that, but when they thought he was copying the psychic,
Hmm.
he like to lost it all.
Right.
That is
Or
crazy
let
to
him
me.
would have had a gay scandal. Unfortunately, I hate taking it there, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you're right.
it is accurate.
that's a good
Yeah.
segue into something else
I
too.
don't really want to talk
Okay.
about that. But
Okay.
I
Hmm.
don't really care about him no more. I'm like, y'all, you know what? We're just gonna touch on this real quick.
Okay.
What's that man
Hmm.
name, anyways? I don't even know who he is.
McQueen.
McQueen, the Queen,
Oh,
McQueen, the
see, I
Queen.
haven't watched any of McQueen. He's a clout chaser, in my opinion, and I haven't followed anything that he's doing.
And the thing is, he's on there probably with somebody that's a MAGA supporter. That's all I can say. And it's that.
No, I don't think he is.
Yeah.
I
Well, a lot of
know.
Oh,
them.
Courtney likes her some Ezekiel.
Yeah, a lot of them are, and we have to be conscious
Mm,
about. You got to just take a deep look.
okay.
He might not come out and say it, but some of his friends might be the
Hmm.
ones to say it, especially if they're a white
Hmm.
person. So that's how it rolls. So just like Pastor Philip down there in Atlanta, he gonna be around there doing a MAGA circuit tour with these white evangelicals, honey. But anyways, um. Yeah, no, like he's just getting on there. He's sour, he's bitter about his
Hmm.
experience in the gay community My thing is, the only thing I want to say about this about McQueen is you know, the gays, I want y'all to quit taking this as a personal attack. When someone comes out and they have a true,
Yeah, that's his issue.
that's his
Yeah,
issue. If he
yeah.
said that he saw a guy, because I don't like when people do that to Donnie McClarkin.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know, if you know Donnie's story and you know about everything that happened to him in his youth and stuff, of course his brain is going to be a little skewed if church and religion was his only safe space as a child in his formative
Right.
years. So
Hmm.
he's going to always have a bad relationship with sex. Y'all want compassion so bad, but then y'all take it as a personal attack when people say somebody did something to me when I was younger and it happened to be another
Hmm.
male and I had a struggle with sex all my life. And even
Hmm.
when I
Hmm.
did come out and go to that world, I wasn't accepted with open arms because let's be honest, the guys ain't that damn friendly. I'm even having my own thing where I'm like, fuck y'all niggas. But so I just want people to, even the gays, you know, y'all want acceptance, y'all need to be a little bit more accepting of people in their personal experiences. For real, for
and allowing the people to navigate in their experience. That's why when people try to come out and put jackets on people, whether that be, a buy or, but they always put a jacket, and you don't know someone's experience, and you don't know
Mhm.
what's really inside of them to put a jacket on them. So it's really dangerous, and but that's the kind of that we're living in right now, where people want you to be what they are. They want
Mm.
y'all to share the same experience, and you can be in the same community and not share the same experience.
and I don't. When I'm with
Yeah.
these
Mhm.
people, I'm like, I don't identify with half the things y'all believe in. I don't disrespect nobody. You know, when it comes
Yeah,
down
yeah,
to
yeah.
your personal choices and your personal preference, I just want y'all to leave me the hell alone. Stay out my inbox.
You know what? And McQueen, Courtney, you may, I don't know, you probably know more than, I'm sure you know more than
Oh
I
yeah.
do, but it seems to me that he got disgruntled when he didn't become another OC Allen.
Mm. Mm. I didn't
His
even think about that.
his rise up as the, inclusive church
Mhm.
did not result in the church like vision, and people connected to them, Vision LA and Vision like he tried to do it. It obviously he wasn't genuine about his ministry, because
Mm.
I don't believe, I know you can have a an aha moment,
Mhm.
but you don't. Now he's backtracking a little bit, but when he first came out, he was kind of like damning the gays, and
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
he's bitter. He's bitter.
yeah,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
upset. Courtney, what you gonna say about it?
You know what? I don't know. I saw the second interview with Ezekiel,
Hmm.
and I was just watching. I'm like, is he for real? Because he's like, God said this and God told me that,
Yeah,
and now he's talking different, and I'm just like, I can't
And a lot of times
yeah.
God don't be
judge it. I
talking
don't
to a
know.
lot of you niggas, you know. It be you, you know.
God ain't
Yeah,
said
just like
nothing in a
Larry
while.
said,
Yeah.
oh, I heard God, but it was me, really, you know.
Yeah,
And that wasn't
Mhm.
God, that
yeah.
was you, boo.
And it's your experience, it's your thought pattern, it's what you're used to or what you want to do, and then we say God told him. No, not really. You
No,
just thought about doing that, and
no.
you.
So so you all really think that he was just bitter because things didn't work out the way
I
he
think so.
wanted it to work out? Because I thought he said that he had a certain level of success.
I
Not like
I've
that,
never
she
thought of
said.
him. Y'all had to remind me of who he
I didn't
was.
know
I've
who he
never
was.
you say O.C. Allen, and we know who he. You say Yvette Flunder, we know who she is.
But they're respected. His
Right,
his issue is that he was just going viral.
right, right.
And he
Yeah.
wasn't going too viral because I didn't know who he was. And then based off of them interviews, I'm like, I don't necessarily think I would tune into you if we being honest.
Yeah, nah, because
Yeah,
he was going viral for talking crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Trying to go viral. Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
O.C. Allen or Yvette Flunder, they are known and respected for their work.
Yeah.
And then even
So,
then, O.C. Allen, you know, if you go back and look at old clips of visions, they started off in small churches and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And they just kept
Mhm.
expanding and expanding. And then he's in the right city to have that type of, you know,
Right.
church and things. Because, you know, I'm gonna be honest, these guys in Detroit, they're not leaving these churches, they're not leaving GEI, they're not leaving Triumph and all
Ooh,
of
gee,
this.
I'd be festive too, don't they?
The presence of the Lord is here.
I don't think any church, I don't think any church, you know, I don't care if it's at Wooden's church,
Yeah.
they're not leaving.
No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
They will take the
Yeah.
abuse.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can preach
Mhm.
about them, you know, across the pulpit.
Yeah.
Why is that though?
It's the what did you say, Jesse? What did Donnie McClurkin experience in his early
So
years?
in the formative years, you know, some people
Yeah.
already have, and I can relate to that
Mhm.
myself. They
Mhm.
already have a skewed perception of sex, and then when you have the church telling you that sex is bad, it gets in your psyche. So
Hmm.
you know, and then for a lot of us, I know me in particular, church was the safest place I could have been as a kid.
Mm. Mm.
Church was safe for
That
you?
was the safest. That's why you don't never hear me really coming out being like, "Oh, I can't
Okay,
stand church. I can't stand church,"
Mm.
because
that's good.
that was the safest place for me as a kid. That was the only place I was not ridiculed, but I was
Mm.
around genuine love. I can still go to these
Yeah.
people to this day,
That's
and
good.
they don't treat me no type of way. They see me posting crazy on Facebook. So one of my church cousins, one of the bishop's granddaughters, at the concert back in the summer, it was all love. I ain't feel condemned or
Yeah.
nothing like that. But you know, some people, they don't get that experience. It's not safe for them, so they're a little bit more outspoken. But for some of us, everybody doesn't have that story where it's like, oh, they condemn me and blah 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 blah. You know,
Yeah.
because I have experienced the other side of the abuse and all of that. Now, it wasn't all
Mhm.
peachy, but you know, at one point in my life, it was a safe space. You know, that came out.
And to that point, Courtney, I think that's why they would overlook the abuse
Yeah,
because there's still a battle going on.
because it wasn't as bad as the abuse that I
Mm,
dealt with at school or the abuse when I got
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah.
home.
It's still a safe haven and some portion. Just deal with the, because they haven't solidified that whole sex thing in their mind yet. So it can still be
mm,
preached on and it'll still be accepted. Now they gonna get off. They probably are married to a man sitting right in that church or married to a woman sitting right in that church. But it's still considered their place of rest, their place of
mm.
safeness. So there's a lot of
Okay.
things. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I think people's experiences are different. For me, I can't. I was in a church. The last church I was in, and I was great church, But every day, it seemed like especially after the pandemic, every when the Orange Man got in, he
Hmm.
really, and he was a black pastor, but he come out of a predominantly white church where he was a youth pastor there,
Mm,
and it was Assembly of God,
mm.
and it was the biggest church here in Fresno.
Hmm.
But you wouldn't know they're the Assembly of God because they don't operate. But when
Okay.
it came down to replace that pastor when he died,
Hmm.
he would have been the next. But they said we can't put no black men in here. This will split this church.
Hmm.
So, but his thought pattern was still kind of over there. So but the pandemic hit and all that, it was transgender, it was abortion, it was gay, it was just
Mm,
all those things every Sunday, and I was
mm.
like,
Wow.
my mind, I can't sit here and
Hmm.
and take into that. But the other ones that got that Stockholm syndrome, they sit there and just be like, it's okay. It's still the house of the Lord, and I just need to get right.
And it's
Let,
the same
let me
thing.
tell you something. Because during that time, I was looking at my pastor with one eye. I was waiting
Yeah,
to hear some stuff. My ears was open.
yeah, you
I
got
I
to.
was looking because I'm like, if I hear anything remotely,
Because these
going
pastors was
towards the
going over to
orange
the
man.
other
I'm
side.
out of
Oh
here.
yeah.
They were going over to the other
And
side, blame. Now they may have been on the other side secretly,
they
but they
were,
started going on to the other side publicly, and I was like,
because they used to, they used to kind of not talk about politics and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
right,
They'll let, when it was time for the senators to come, to town or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they'll let them come in there or whatever. But they
Yeah.
never really talk politics. But over the last 10 years, it has really, they've just come out and been open about it.
Yeah.
And the sad part about it is, it's influencing Gen Z.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
it's really influencing them, that because they're way more conservative than millennials.
Mm-hmm.
They're becoming, they think that all of this
Yes.
stuff that's going on in DC is okay, and it's scary because it's like the
Mm-hmm.
youth historically, not in just America, but just throughout the world history, it's always been the youth that has stood up to dictators and to
That's right.
authoritarians. But
Yeah.
now they're in the space where it's like, especially these boys, they're lost.
Mm-hmm.
They think that this is okay
Yes.
because their pastors are telling them this, that it's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
okay.
But I had to hear my pastor say one way or another. And I was praying. I was like, Lord, please don't tell me, because I love this church. Please. And when my pastor came out and she was trying to keep it cute. She was trying to keep it in the middle, but she had to kind of be like, hey, we're not for some of this stuff,
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't trying to sway anybody's
Mm-hmm.
vote.
Mm-hmm.
But when I heard her talking right, I said, okay, thank you, Lord. Because our people will be on the Christian nationalism type of time too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know what? And we don't talk about this, but Black
Mm-hmm.
people, if it wasn't for racism, a lot of Black people would be conservatives. We are conservatives.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk about this a
Yeah.
lot, but this is a conversation, especially Black
Yes.
men. Black men are traditionalists.
Oh,
Definitely. Definitely.
this
Mhm.
election showed me that more
It
so
sure
than
did.
ever, and I was flabbergasted. I was
Yeah.
taken aback so bad at the level. What I shouldn't have been surprised, but I was
But
at the level of disrespect.
yes,
Yeah.
but the difference between now and 2012, 2016, 2004, 2000, there was no social media, wasn't a part of our everyday lives. It was still growing up. I mean, so now
Yeah.
social media is in every aspect of our lives. And that's one
Mm-hmm.
problem that I have with Democrats, is because, we still don't have a top dog in the race.
Newsom.
Well, they saying Newsom,
But
but we'll
you
see how that
still
goes.
have people out here. I just don't feel that energy as when Obama was coming up,
No.
Oh, this is true. No,
or when
people are tired.
Trump was coming up. I don't feel that energy there.
People
Mhm.
are tired, worn, and concerned,
Yeah.
and everyone is trying to survive the apocalypse, because this is what it's
Yeah,
giving.
I
Yeah.
think we're already there and past it. It's just a matter of time. So at this point, I don't know what to say about what's going to happen in the future. All I can say is,
But
You know,
I like Newsom. I'm sorry. I like Newsom because he's throwing punches a little bit.
he
He at
is.
least somebody's fighting back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go
And
ahead.
not just sitting down and taking it. What I was going to say, and kind of the turning point. Not it really wasn't the turning point, but when the pastor had made a statement during the Black Lives Matter, he got up and said, "All lives matter."
who said
Who
that?
said that?
My Black pastor.
Fresno. I'm gonna come out there to Fresno.
Fresno.
And when I tell you, some Black people and Hispanics didn't come back the next Sunday.
As they shouldn't.
Because let me tell you this. At me personally, all lives matter to me. All lives matter. Uh, and they
Yes, I get it.
as a base of that. But during the time when people are being unalived with necks and we have all this other things going on in the police brutality and things that were going on at the time that he chose to make that statement. I'm like, that is just not the right time to proclaim, to make the white people feel comfortable in your church?
Because it's a default that all lives matter. Well, lives matter. That's the default. But you're just throwing black people. And is this black pastor? Is he from Africa, like directly, or is he a?
No, he's not.
So he a
I
Mississippi
need
and
to
South
understand that.
Carolina.
No, he's from over here. I believe he's from California.
I do need to understand why some of our African um, brothers and sisters are on the Orange Man train. They love him down. Some of them. I can't speak for all.
Well,
I don't understand
I
why.
don't understand it either.
well, contrarianism is the new commodity in town, honey. A lot of people, they think that they're deep or intelligent because they go against the grain of what everyone else does, and that's not necessarily true. We all know that we're grown,
Right.
But Trump, regardless of how you of what you feel about him, the man has swag. He's ugly as all get out. He looks like a turd. But
You mean charisma?
charisma, he has the he has
He ain't got no swag. Obama has
no
swag.
swag.
Right.
Swag in the means of he that white nigga, he
Because he
is a
knows
ninja.
how to manipulate in business, and it comes off in his aura. He knows how to talk that BS. He did it for years, and it comes off. So that's why it had a lot of people duped in the first time he was elected.
yeah.
Because he knew he had that charisma, or that really convinced some folks that he was going to be the change that the America needed. Because I ain't thinking about these politicians. I'm a businessman. He rolled that thing until we figured out he didn't know what the hell he was doing.
But
Leah, wait,
what Leah
Leah
say?
crazy. Leah said Trump is giving $50K bonus and $112K per year to join ICE. I just bought a face mask. Listen,
I'm about to go down there and twerk for the. I'm about to go twerk for him too.
Sign me up.
listen.
Sign me
Right.
up.
I don't know. I got to think some things over.
not Muhammad Saint James, honey. But
Ooh, that's horrible. But let's pay these people to, torture people. I mean, that's crazy.
but
That is
he
crazy.
has the swag, the charisma. That's a better term. I'll use that. He has the
Please, no swag.
he has the charisma, and he has the same charisma that Brian Carn has.
Ooh.
He does. He does.
But Trump's history precedes him, though.
But people,
And just like you say about them women, y'all know he wrong. But you gonna go for him anyway.
they have the same exact thing. They, women still find Trump sexy. That's what I mean by swag. They find it doesn't have to.
And it's about the power of it all. If
It's not.
the
It's
power.
when I say
It's the-
swag.
His own wife don't like him.
But it's another. Well, Erica Kirk said gag order.
Oh,
Yeah.
You don't think she over there tootsie rolling and pussy popping?
and is and putting her hand on
And telling Candace,
people's neck.
you go out of here, be quiet now. Be quiet, Candace. Now
The girls are still lining up. Okay, let's be clear. That's and there's a lot of men out there. They don't visually look worth a damn. We all done fell for, but they got that's what it's just the confidence.
Very true.
It's the confidence, and the not
Or it's the money.
both for him definitely.
Okay.
But I mean, with money, it comes confidence a lot of times.
Oh yeah,
because
money does give you a level of confidence.
Yeah, because Brian Carn could just be
Yeah.
walking down the street. If he was a regular nigga, everybody be walking right past him like it was nothing. Ooh, this big hip Marcus. Oh.
And a lot of women have said that. Oh, I wouldn't. That cracks me up when people say that though. Oh, I wouldn't. Yeah, but he got a whole church full that will. So it doesn't really
They
make a
young too. I
difference.
don't know. I haven't heard of any older women.
Well, he don't want no older women. They know they don't want him. He don't want them. He know that. They know that. They know that. He got a certain age. He's starting at what, about 22 maybe now?
Hmm.
That's
You
how
Do
know,
you
little
about
think?
Vasti said she was. She about 21, 22, 23 up
yeah,
there.
Do
yeah.
y'all think the young lady that's viral that go to
Hmm.
his church? Do you think she's a part of the harem? I hope
Oh,
not.
I'm sure she is. I'm sure she is. She's just one of the part that knows her place and knows what she wants out of the situation. So she doesn't have a she doesn't require a microphone to tell her testimony
If
because
if
she's in it for her own reasons.
if Pat Houston can get away with the things that she does on 7 Mile and Woodward,
Right.
Pat Houston, Cindy
Right.
Flowers. If
She
if
know her
if
place.
if Sha, do we want to say Shama?
No, wait. Speaking of, that's a good segue.
Mhm.
The meeting was tonight. We had
I
a meeting in the
know. I
boardroom.
know. I ain't got no alerts yet, so
Okay.
I don't know. But I
Y'all
have a
supposed to be
feeling
around there.
Who's
but
him?
I have a feeling he's just going to ask them for some money. He doesn't want to do it on the platform. I think he wants to get them ready for the January 1 week of giving. Remember, in January they do the sacrificial giving
Is it a was it a virtual meeting or is it a meeting at the
in
church?
person. In person.
Don't call me in person to do that. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
I'm
can't
telling you,
look him
Don't
that's
in
do
the
me like that at
eye.
Bible study.
I need that money.
Right. And you know what? It that is a level probably of spiritual manipulation, y'all. It ain't just have to do with sex.
And
Hmm.
that's the real reason why a lot of them, y'all need to quit watching on Virgin, and they say they make all these deals. Y'all need to quit listening to all them people that come with the manipulation too. You can't listen to
It
nobody
is.
but me. You can't get nowhere but at this
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
church. We done
But
heard
you
it
know what
all.
though? Some of these churches do need to turn the live stream off.
Oh, they most definitely. And
We're
I
okay
understand,
with turn it off.
the pastor that came out and said, I understand that people have an opinion. Maybe he's trying to get them more money in the church. But the fact of the matter is, some
Mm-mm.
of these folks need to turn it off.
Period.
It should have
They
been
really
turned
do.
off at offering and all of that. That should have been a given. That you don't need money
No,
that much.
turn it off. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you if you don't have the production,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, this is church, but you still have to have your lights right. There are
Yeah.
still certain components to ministering with excellence that you need to have
you
streaming.
know what the real thing is? The real scheme.
Turn it
The real
off.
thing that the real scheme is y'all need to start selling VHS tapes again.
Good
Lord.
night. You know what? Somebody at my church said it the other day too. They said the cassette tapes, that's where it was at.
My last church, me and the pastor's son, who was the youth leader, we kind of I did the music, of course, but he organized the production during the pandemic. He organized the production, and I got make sure the music and everything was in order, and we did our recordings. We would record the music. I would do on a Saturday. I would do 12 songs, and we would change
Mm.
outfits
Hmm.
each set because we were doing the whole month.
I ain't
But
mad at
that
it.
was our best production.
Mm.
We went back live. We're like, we need to really keep this going because this is, and it was also because of the quality was so good, y'all. Like you were saying, Courtney, the people gave.
Hmm.
They gave. It wasn't like a really good, but it's like the teachers get a little bit more greedy. We can get even more if we get them in here. So they started listening to Trump. Ain't nothing, no more. Can go back in. So they all started listening to him, and
And people
that's
was getting
when,
COVID and dying. Can I say?
needless
Oh,
to
can I
say, the
say
son
Girl,
names?
we
don't go
2
to the
hours
church no
in,
more.
and I've been cussing all night.
Okay.
Um,
Eleazar said
you
Detroit for Giving Day because he gonna give his offering.
It's been
Oh,
so.
is that what you gonna do?
It's so cold in the D. You better not land at no damn Detroit
Oh Lord,
Metropolitan Airport. You would be a
LEA
fool.
too
started making
cold.
his tour. He everywhere he
Well,
going.
Courtney, is you coming to Detroit in January? You know I'm trying to set you up.
I have a
I'm coming
tentative
in the
date
summer.
in May
Okay.
June for the opening.
Oh snap. Okay.
I still say I am, but my thing is I want y'all to be done. You can't give me no half cocked church.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
I
gonna
want
be
to
the
be finished.
gymnasium. Is that what it's gonna send about the
They
See,
have
chairs?
a
you ain't
church
get
in
my
the
money for that.
gymnasium.
And then they're gonna be in there for the next 40 years. Cause we don't heard
They gonna have
stories about
everybody
that.
marching there with hard hats on, talking about
Right.
we believe in God. We're
Cause
gonna write scriptures on the ground and we're gonna shout
with
all
no
over the
roof,
They
no
gon' they gonna
ceiling.
do it
the
on June. They're gonna do it on
I'm
June
telling
18th, 2026, on St. James's
Oh, that's
birthday.
my birthday.
you. Listen, Pat Houston is determined
Yes,
because
she is.
everybody
Yes, she
talking now.
is.
It done got out on the
Yeah.
news. Everybody, Pat Houston gonna make it happen. Come hell or high water.
Well, the sad part about it, but who's going to sustain it? I heard Bishop Sheard this Sunday. He said they said if it's important, they said don't come out if it's not important on Sunday. I guess because it was snowing or whatever Sunday.
Mm.
Yeah,
Was it
no, it
snowing
was
there?
really, really cold Sunday. This weekend got
Oh, okay,
so
that's
cold.
what.
It was like
And
6
he said,
degrees.
well, I'm glad that y'all know that it is important and churches. It's like that mentality is kind of weird to me.
I don't
Cause
like that.
Marvin
You'd
ain't
rather
talking
people
about
freeze to
nothing.
death.
Marvin ain't talking about nothing that you need to hear in person.
No, this was Sheard. This was Sheard.
Oh,
But that's the
He
same
said that.
thing that not him specifically, but that's the same thing people were doing uh during COVID. And I didn't like
Mm-hmm.
that because it
Yeah.
put so
Yeah.
many people at risk, and Carn was one of them. Talking about the blood
Yeah.
cover
Yeah.
us, and he sitting up there preaching with COVID, allegedly. That's
Yeah.
what they said on live
and
Yeah.
TV.
A lot of them were. Marvin Weiner was lying, talking about he didn't have it, and we knew you
That's
had it
right.
up in the hospital on a
matter of
ventilator.
fact, that's what happened. That's how Mother Shear ended up
Hmm.
passing away. Because they was up
And
there in
yeah.
Flint and
Yeah.
they had a jurisdictional. Now, they jurisdiction, that was a smaller one of the smaller ones here in Michigan. So y'all didn't need to go up there singing nothing.
Mm-mm.
So
Okay.
just like the snow, like, come on, be mindful of your people. I understand that there's an overhead and there's budgets to meet and bills still got to be paid regardless of the weather, regardless of what's going on. But you still have to be mindful of the people. And if you put the people back
Yeah.
first again, I guarantee you they'll start giving because
Yeah.
people give to
Yeah.
what they
Yeah.
believe in and what it gives to them and values them as well. But if you don't value the people, that's all you're going to be doing is asking for money all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
And I don't see anything wrong with that. For the record, I
Yeah.
understand that everyone,
It takes money.
it
And
takes money. I get it.
and I don't have a problem. That's why I told you about the church I was going to last year. Before I went for a year, I just didn't see any progress. And I don't mind giving. I don't mind giving. But if I don't see any progress, I'm not giving. And I'm just probably going to disassociate myself because I don't want to be associated with something that is not growing. Because if they're not growing there,
Hmm.
they're not imparting growth into your life. They're just not doing it because they're not successful at doing it.
Hmm.
and growth doesn't have to be you getting a bigger building.
No, absolutely not. It can just be you taking advantage of the space that you're in
And that's what
and
everybody
and
needs to do, Marva.
yes. Yes, right.
And
Sean said that I didn't know that because there's a couple that came out and said they were leaving
hmm
perfecting. She said they would show over there at GEI on Sunday.
So y'all go from one no talking pastor to the next.
I,
don't
but
nobody go around there by Mark Church.
His church is real, real small. That church is about the size of my apartment, honey.
oh,
I be going up. Well, I was going. I'm gonna go next time he has service, and then he only has services. He has it every Thursday for Bible study.
Hmm.
I'm definitely not going to that. And then because he don't be there, it be the
His
campus,
campus pastor.
yeah. But then he comes like
I heard she good.
like I
There you
said,
go. You don't like women pastors. See,
I'm like
there you
y'all in
go.
this
I
chat.
knew
I'm like this y'all in this chat. She can't say nothing to me. I ain't listening to her. Oh yeah, look. No, she seemed like a nice lady, but you know, she just not my speed.
But that's always in the back of the mind, you know.
Going up over there, she telling me what to do. No, but she definitely seemed like a nice lady. But you know, I just if a woman gonna preach to me, same thing with Hillary Clinton. That's what I talked about the last time. Hillary Clinton and Kamala, you gotta come with it. You gotta come with it. You know, you could be, you know, it be giving Sarah Jakes no shame. You know where?
So you want more of our own lock back in the
I want an old
everybody
nasty.
can't be Juanita Bynum.
I don't want her either.
Everybody don't want Juanita Bynum.
Yeah. I want a Dr. Stacks.
Oh yeah, that's about your.
Yeah. Send me to hell. Abuse me. Put me on the floor.
Hell,
knock me down. You nasty FAGGOT. You fat hoe. Get your ass up.
He would go to Mother Kelly church. You know, he would go to Mother Kelly.
That Mother Kelly.
Mother Kelly.
Yeah,
me and Mother Kelly would be like this. Yeah. You sissy, you dyke, you punk.
Jessie be in the audience. Get them ass.
Jessie, oh my God. Are you serious?
But again, that is what was our comfort zone back in the day. You know,
listen, we were told that it was a kiddie hell.
Oh my God.
And then mind you, you know, when during this time, it's not 9/11 had just happened. So, you know, we are all over the place. You know, I struggled with 9/11 for years because I was so young. I was only 7 years old. So, you know, we watching. I was in the second grade when 9/11 happened. So
that was 2011?
2001, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're you know, all of that's going on. We thinking it's the end of the world, and then they tell you it's a kiddie hell. You going to hell too?
Yeah,
you can go to hell too.
God ain't got no respect.
Yeah, you going to hell too.
Kiddie hell. Oh my God.
It was all about, you know, scaring us into the kingdom, baby.
And then
my God.
I'm in the second, third grade watching Nostradamus documentaries and Left Behind. I deserve a check. Because
they used to get us in that fellowship hall and talk about we having movie night and show us Left Behind.
Let me tell y'all something. When I used to be an RA in college, and we had movie night on my floor. I had them watching Omega Code, Left Behind. They was so mad. Oh, y'all getting saved tonight. Come on in here, eat this piece and watch these movies.
We walking up the hill, one give that and one and I'm still.
Yes, because we just knew the rapture was gonna happen. Mm-hmm. The 2012 they in church before that movie even had came out. They were saying 2012. And you know, I graduated in 2012. I turned 18 in 2012. So you know, I was scared. I was like, it was horrible being a millennial growing up in church. We all deserve checks.
The tribulation, right? We live in the tribulation, Josh.
I need to call the police on whoever told you it was a kiddie hell. I don't like that.
Mother Lillian Dunlap of Flint, Michigan. And I love her to this day. Well, she passed away. She went on to go see the Lord.
Okay. That name sounds familiar though.
Yeah, that's Nawana Dunlap's that's Nawana Dunlap mama.
Okay.
She didn't play that, you know. That's why I love Lillian Lloyd, you know, because holiness is right.
Go around
You
there.
gonna go over there to
Tamela.
Macon?
Macon.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you,
yeah,
Macon.
yeah. I'm about to go get me a job down there, or state or whatever it is.
Geico.
She was looking for worship leaders, dancers, musicians. She put a call out, y'all.
She said, and you better know how to sing behind me,
Mm.
is what she said.
You know the funny part about it, honey, you better take whosoever will let them come. Cause you're doing a little too much. You couldn't get it going in Vegas. I don't know how miraculously you think it's gonna just flourish.
Because she's from there.
In a town.
Okay, so is Genesis Warren. Is she flourishing yet? I'm just saying.
Ain't nobody new church because Mark Moore. We brought him up earlier, but the first time he opened up the actual church, because at first he was doing pop-up dates at another facility.
Mhm.
When he opened up his church, them punks and sissies was all. And then they called themselves looking at me. I said, "You might as well turn your motherfucking head because I ain't got nothing. I got Jesus on my mind. I'm gonna see the Lord."
Don't look at me.
When they call out the names, I'm gonna be on that road. I'm not gonna be fooling up with you. But
and that they're not gonna come every Sunday. They're not gonna stay around.
And because they all was coming from their own churches. I'm up in there seeing people I ain't seen in years. People I don't went to church with. It. They at other churches.
Yeah.
That's
what I hate about these church plants is sometimes they're not planting these planting with the right. You're supposed to plant to really bring the new ones into the harvest. Because the harvest is ripe, the labor.
But it's hard.
So that means there's more out in the harvest, not over that greater harvest church.
I'm coming over there to get them at greater harvest. I'm getting my harvest.
It's the rotation of people like that, and I'm like, God, you don't need to start no new church just to get other people's members.
I don't quite understand the franchiseness of it all.
Yeah.
It's
because
business.
You're right. You're
It's
getting other people's members.
That's all you're doing.
All you're
That's
doing.
all you're doing. For a while, because those kind of members don't stay. They go with the next new wave, and when that wave is over, when you can't shout them no more, they don't want you to preach to them. They want you to shout them. When you can't shout them no more, they offer to the next.
Yeah, and they not going into the highways and byways. They scared of the world nowadays. Back in the day,
right?
They used to go down there to the liquor house. They used to go to the liquor house, to the drug house, to the lottery house. Y'all, like Aunt Esther, y'all need Jesus.
Right.
But now, y'all ain't got no Holy Ghost because y'all too busy trying to screw.
Because them people, well, not only that, them people cuss you out and slap you.
They sure.
Or they down there doing the drugs themselves.
That part. Now, the UPC here, the church, they've been picking up kids in the big old white buses for years.
Yes.
But see, that's how they start. That's how they know if they can trust you with their kid, then they're gonna come to the church and see what's going on. Even me, I wouldn't put my kid on no bus.
Well, I went on one of them buses before.
That's but that is a tool to get other people instead of just going into other churches. So we always laughed at, there you go, they must go on to church. They didn't went to the hood and pick up all the kids, but they would pick them kids up, take them to church, give them some lunch, and then drop them off at home. Now, it could be a babysitting thing for the kids, but eventually, out of the 50 kids you got, you might get 5 families.
Or, later down the line, you never know. They might, they were 7 at that time. They come back and they 18 and
they remember those nice years. Yeah,
that was one of their safe experiences again.
That's right.
One of their safe experiences.
Where they got a good hot meal.
When they got on that bus, they were secure. Yeah.
And because I went up over there. It was a white Baptist church. They used to do it in my hometown. And I was with, my parents was going through a divorce, so we stopped going to my original church, the Apostolic Church, because my mom was without a car for a little minute. So I was over there with my cousins, my ghetto cousins, honey. And you know, they don't know nothing about no church and all
That
that.
always be the fun time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they mama, my cousin Sophia, she got like 12 or 13 kids.
Ooh, Lord.
So they came over there. We, you know, they picked us all up. We get on the bus, you know, go over there. They singing little Father Abraham and all of that. You know, I'm like, child, I don't know all of this. We get up in there to the little presentation of the kiddie church. I'm winning all the prizes. I knew all that stuff.
How you know all that?
I knew all that.
I probably like,
That's
this
Moses,
boy
Abraham,
saved for real.
Isaac.
Yeah, that my cousins, they was like, "Oh, Jesse, you smart, you know all that stuff." I'm in the 3rd grade up there, like, "Yeah, I want mama, give me that candy, give me that." They was like, "Oh, goody, you know some stuff."
Right.
No, thanks. Well, y'all, I'm about to get off of here. I know you. Oh, thank you all so much
Thank you.
for coming on. What you was gonna say, St. James?
Well, listen, we want everybody to support the program. I'm going to be Bishop Jordan
Yes,
right now.
come on.
Well, I need Listen here, y'all. Really, though, if you could be so kind, just a $ LilJessye, all right? $ LilJessye. If you'll be so kind to just throw him a little
What's your
chain
Zelle,
of
baby?
encouragement. Then you have a Zelle?
Oh yeah, I do. Cause I was like, oh, I don't
Okay.
want to give out my real. Cause Courtney, we were talking about sealing our identities and stuff like that. That's not my real name.
Oh,
Period.
Courtney
But
Phillips
you
is
do
my
have
real
your
name.
Zelle as
baby.
But you have your Zelle as okay. Well, see, mine goes to my
No,
business.
it goes to my secondary account. Period.
Okay, good. So, but you have it under your email address?
Yep, under my secondary email address.
Okay,
so let me put that in the chat. Yeah.
So if you would like to support the program, y'all do that. Even if you're watching the replay, you thought about it. Now just do.
Yes.
You thought about it. Don't have a look back spirit. You know what? I think I love the part where Bishop Jordan and I started to take this mind way of thinking that you're not spending money, we're circulating money, because it always has to come back to you if it's circulated.
Yeah.
So I think if people start thinking about that a little bit more, that we're just, we're helping, everyone is helping the economy, you're helping your friends, you're helping the platforms that you love, you're circulating money, because if it's circulated, it has to always come back to you. That's the reaping and the sowing that we, the sowing and the reaping deal that we did. So thank you, Jessie, for having me on.
I gotta have St. James on because I talked a little bit to Courtney about her personal life, and then we got to do an interview with St. James. But I'm gonna definitely have Courtney on.
We can do that.
Yeah, I want a full out interview. I'm gonna ask you a lot of questions. You're gonna be sidetracked. Nothing salacious. No, nothing salacious. But we're gonna get into, because you get up and you talk about different stories, but people don't know nothing about you. Your life and stuff, or you share nuggets, but I want to know some more stuff about
he let us know what he want us to know.
Yeah, no, I want to ask some more stuff that I feel like I have questions on that I never really asked, so nothing salacious.
Okay, I'm down.
We'll keep it respectful. So
I know how to skeet skirt if it's something,
I'm gonna have to send St. James a rider.
We'll get through
St. James gonna have to send me a rider. I want Twizzlers.
I want Avion under water.
Yes.
All right, peace.
All right, peace.